Hello, what is up everyone? The game is starting shortly. It's gonna be Fnatic versus OpTic. Top 4 spot. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why can't I hear myself? Alright, we get you. Either way, it's gonna be chilling for now. If you're wondering why I didn't cast the VP pain game, I was sleeping, and second of all, I don't think it was much of a game. You can watch the highlights. It's just is there a replay available? There is. Wasn't very close. I watched some of it. VP kind of stomped them. Game 2 is a little bit closer, but I think a lot of that just had to do with the fact that they had a Medusa. I mean, Virtus Pro is just... they just kill you. That's their strength. They just kill you. I mean, just look at Ramses. 19, 3, and 8. He was just... they were just murdering people from like the start of the game. It was like 8 minutes in. They had like 10 kills. They had more kills per minute. I just want to watch that. And we could run through it real quick while we wait. Let's look at the lobby. Not create lobby. Why do you keep always click that? God damn it. It's 7 out of 10, so. Yeah, might as well, right? Where is it? It's game 1. Just chill. Watch it as we wait. As people are tuning in. And support our Fnatic boys. The game starts in like 5 minutes or something, but I don't know for sure. Oh my god. What the Alright. It wouldn't be a Virtus Pro game. They all have like level 1000 compendiums, by the way. They wanted all the voice lines. All the voice lines. Did Pain Gaming change their flag? They had a different flag. It had like rips in it and stuff. What is this? Did they just get a new sponsor? New sponsor secured? Because they got top 4? They changed their flag? What is this? ENG Gaming. I don't even know what that is. It sounds familiar though. Oh, oh my god. Oh my. Holy shit. Virtus Pro, relax. I'm skipping to the draft. I cannot take this.
10 seconds to go.
Yeah, they just pick kill you heroes.
10 seconds to go.
This is not even a good Clockwork game. They pick Dragonite. They're tipping him. No tips, says Weehaw. The gyrocopter said thank you. Weehaw says no tips. Sad. No tips for him. Look, he has All Might picture. Wait, I'm the same rank as him. Huh? Yeah, I honestly like HFN. HFN's so cool.
30 seconds to showtime.
You got the classic Tay picture. Is this even... this is like an old Ritsu picture and name. And Justin too, they had the same shit. I ain't pulling back the Tay, or did they give him their account or something?
And they're off.
Let's speed up.
No more bets, please.
Surprisingly, no one is dead yet. This is a Bane, yeah, it's a Bane Omni offlane dual lane, and this Lesh and Clock just destroy this lane. Just destroy this Disruptor. And a Brewmaster, look at Ramses. And of course Ramses is gonna free farm, doesn't care, he's against the TA.
I saw that ending from miles away.
No.
Now, you think they're spamming the voice lines for the memes? Or they want to abuse it so that Valve removes it from being able to be used in pro games? So I feel like this is not the intended effect. Or it was, and this is just advertising the compendium. This is next level. See, guys, think about this, right? So Virtus Pro, probably one of the favorites for winning TI this year. I mean, it is a Chinese year, so I don't know. But maybe they got second, right? So the more they spam these voice lines, the more likely someone's dead. The more likely that someone buys compendiums, or people buys compendiums, and they'll win more money at TI. Thinking. All right, where's the thinking? The thinking invoker. I don't have it, but let's go to the thinking invoker. Where is it? It's an invoker, right? It's a thumbs up tide hunter. It's a angry lion. Crying bear. Oh well. Where is it? I know there is a thinking invoker somewhere in here. Or is it a... No. Is that the one? No. That is thinking Earthshaker, but no, it's like the finger to the head. That's what I meant. That meme. There it is. Level 812. Virtus Pro. So smart. That's them right now. That is them. Look, they non-stop. Like they literally do it on cooldown while playing the game. They're feeding top right now. I don't know what tipping in private lobby does, but I'm pretty sure it just doesn't actually tip. That's why they're able to do it, because you have limited amount of tips, I believe. Unless because their compendium's so high, they have more. Look, all of them have over 1,000 except for Ramses. Ramses is a pleb. Did someone report Ramses? Come on. Not even level 500? Come on. King RD has swag though. Look at 700. Poor Tavo. Look at these kills. More than 1 kill per minute.
Guess what's happening to Dyer's bottom tower?
I already said this guy got a free farm. Like, and Ramsey's not only just killing people, like he's dominating this. Yes. Dominating. Look at that. They forced Duster to go top because he was just feeding, so now Tavo is just super feeding. You gotta make sure you have more kills in minute.
Dyer's bottom tower's getting the business.
Level 4 Bane. You can't dive a Bane. You're gonna feed. That's what happens when you dive a Bane. He's gonna suck someone. Sleep himself? Suck? Oh, here you go. Almost. Alright, did the game start? I'm sorry for the delay. I should have just waited for the game to actually start. I thought it was starting. There it is. Alright, we got a game, guys. We got a game. Let's get it. Let's get it. That's called the Wii Smart. Do we have the Wii Smart? We do not have the Wii Smart.
Dyer's banned.
Who is Thought Season Volume 1? Who is...
Dying, but you're just like
Whoa,
so
whoa, whoa,
unlike.
whoa, 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 whoa. That's illegal. I guess it's capitalist.
Fanatics turn to ban.
Alright, this is Fnatic versus OpTic, guys. ESL Birmingham 2018. Fnatic got a top 4. Many people not expecting that, most likely. Wait, if they win this, can they actually, like, what is their DPC points looking like? Because they got Universe, right? That gave them a little buff. They still haven't had the best. Let me look at DPC. DPC Dota 2. The first phase bans, there's so many OP heroes right now that it's not really that interesting. So where's the DPC rankings? So Fnatic is 11th. And if they get this win, how many points is that? If they get this win, it's going to be 450 points for the win. 450 points for the win. They rank 11 at 1,200 points, 1,265 points. So if they win this, they actually get top. Not quite top 8. Not quite top 8. They'll have to win the whole thing. I don't know if they can do that, but if they win this, it's gonna put EG even in a worse spot. But EG is already such in a bad spot. I don't even know. Unfortunately, VGJ Storm is disqualified from DPC, which is unfortunate because they had a roster change. Either way, Fnatic win here would be big. Not quite guarantee them a spot at TI, but then if they somehow beat VP, that would edge them over, I believe. So we'll see what happens. Of course, they'll have to win. Now, OpTic is pretty much out of the running, even if they win here. I don't think they got a chance. Either way, first two here for Fnatic is gonna be Elder Titan, Shadow Demon. Pretty good combination. It's what they used to beat OG, right? Am I right about that? Or did OG? No, I believe it's what they picked. The bans here, nothing too out of the ordinary. Of course, the Warlock ban against Fnatic.
10 seconds to go.
Dying is a little bit strange, but they are afraid that Dying does the same thing. Just secure the lane for Envy. Then he free farms on a hero like Morphling, and he carries the game. He's been known to do that, but OpTic opt to go with the Clock Lesh inspired? VP inspired draft here? Potentially. I think the reason they picked Clock here, well, it came before the Elder Titan, so you weren't looking at the draft. Or I wasn't looking at the draft, you guys were. Even though they picked the Elder Titan into the Clock, Clock is a pretty decent counter, not necessarily a counter, but it's annoying, right? Because Elder Titan's going to stand still. It's a free hook target, you hook him, and he's kind of just screwed until someone gets a Force Staff. Or, you know, they can save him with imprisonment and stuff like that, but it's not really, you don't want to do that. And of course, it goes well with Leshrac, as you saw there in the preview, or not preview, but in the highlights, whatever, of that replay. We're watching Virtus Pro. Look at the second phase bans here. OpTic opting to take out the DK. Spin one of Abed's more favored heroes for the mid lane. Actually, letting E do the carrying for the most part. Abed's been playing more of a space creator role. DP is probably going to be a pick to look at coming in the next phase here. CCNC enjoys that hero.
Radiant's ban.
I'm going to choose to take out Envy's Spectre, interesting enough. That can be annoying. Like, playing against Spectre with Elder Titan, Shadow Demon, these heroes are very hard to push into. And once they get their stuff up, good luck. You're gonna get slept, you're gonna get imprisoned, purged, ultied,
10 seconds to go.
earth splitted. Yeah.
5 seconds.
So now, is this Lesh a core Lesh? That is a question. We don't know yet. There's his Death Prophet. Wasting no time. There's an Abed Death Prophet. DK gets banned, pick the Death Prophet. And, you know, some teams prefer DK, some teams prefer Death Prophet. It's kind of just a matter of preference. I wouldn't say one is stronger than the other, but they both do the same thing, right? That 6-minute timing, the supports can go to mid, easy kill, well, not easy kill, but if you can get a kill, pressure to the mid tower, rotates the supports from the enemy team to the mid lane too, or off laner or whatever, core potentially, and they just make space for your other lanes. They just, you know, do their thing. And it's a big move, and if it's successful, it could just straight up win you the game. And these supports, very good at rotating towards mid around like that 5-minute mark when the catapult spawns and getting a kill. It's almost what they're meant to do. So watch out for that. The rotation of the supports, the migration of their supports. See what success Fnatic has there. Now, OpTic here. Again, we don't know this Leshrax's position. Could even be an off-lane Lesh, right? Could go to any role, honestly, at this point. Probably not mid, though. I wouldn't want Lesh to be mid here. But it could happen. It's going to be Visage. So that is 33's hero. So that means that someone else is taking a... Yeah, I think this is what's gonna happen, right? I think this is a CC and C Leshrax. I believe. 33, of course, is a Visage player, so they're gonna let him have that. And I think he's gonna go mid. And they have yet to pick Pycat's hero, which makes sense. He to carry. What is Envy's hero gonna be here? I mean, obviously, the Luna Shadow Demon is a possibility. But I don't think Luna's the best pick against these heroes. Same thing with Gyrocopter. So, Morphling is just a really good pick, honestly. Well, now, they have the last pick. Keep that in mind. So, do they pick Morphling here to make sure that OpTic do not either pick it themselves or ban it later on? That's the whole thing here right now with Fnatic, because this is already shaping up to be a pretty good Morphling game. But do they want to squander the fact that they have the last pick and potential to counter pick Pycat? You never know. Like OpTic, you just suddenly pick 2 great heroes against Morphling, and then it's just not the greatest pick. And yeah, they're gonna decide to pick their Universe hero instead, and you go with Axe. I was expecting a Beastmaster, but Axe is pretty good against Visage. If he ever gets the calls in the birds, usually spin enough times to get a kill on them. Makes it difficult as well, because when Visage actually not gets called, but when he wants to attempt for a kill onto Axe, he'll take that spin damage on the birds. Which, you know, sometimes you can just find yourself feeding them without, you know, not being able to do anything about it. This next hero here will reveal Lesh's positioning. And I talked about Gyro not being the best pick for Fnatic, but it's an okay pick for OpTic, so they're going to pick it themselves. That's Pycat's hero, secured. And again, they don't have last pick, so they're not in a rush. Or they're not... they don't want to wait to pick their carry. There's no reason to. They just want to secure it here, still keep this Leshrax ambiguous by not picking the offlaner, right? Because again, I think this Lesh could be the offlaner, or he could be a support.
Someone's having technical difficulties.
Other way, we still don't know yet. That would be the first time a long time where I think it would be a P. Yeah. So Fnatic recognizing that it's probably a Lesh offlane too. So they're gonna ban a PPD hero. But this is the first time in a long time I've seen OpTic last pick PPD's hero. But it's all because of this Lesh rack right here.
10 seconds to go.
Either way, Envy, he's up to it. He knows.
Dyer's pick.
There's a Morphling ban I talked about. I think it's too good of a Morphling game, man. I think it was almost worth it just pick it here. It's like, what? Yeah, keep in mind, like, what was OpTic gonna pick? I don't think there's... Because for sure they wouldn't pick Gyro if Morphling was picked, right? It gives Axe a better game.
10 seconds to go.
And, like, the Shadow Demon hero already limits so many potential picks for OpTic. So you don't really want to pick a hero like Luna into Shadow Demon Elder Titan. That's just not... And, like, OpTic don't even want to pick Morph themselves. It's not even that good of a Morphling game for themselves. I think Fnatic messed up here. They should have just picked Morph 4th. Doesn't seem right because you have the last pick, but I think it would have just been an amazing pick, and it's going to be a tough last pick for OpTic. What is PPD going to play? PPD Tusk? Does he play that? They want the save for the call, I think. That's their reasoning behind that. And sleep, and a whole bunch of other things. It's a pretty good Tusk game, honestly.
10 seconds to go.
They don't have access to the Morphling. It's not a good Luna game, as I mentioned. What is it going to be? Morphling was just a straight up best pick. Honestly, this sounds really weird, but this is actually an amazing Venomancer game. It's actually an incredible Venomancer game. But it's going to be PL.
Take your pick.
Which is not... Oh, so it's an Abed PL. Oh no, it's going to be a PPD Clock. His eye's going to take the Tusk. I mean, Phantom is an okay pick. It's actually okay, really good against Visage. Pretty good against and I don't know about that. It's a core Lesh, so it's not that good against Lesh. If Lesh gets farm. It's not the best PL game, honestly, but it's an okay PL game. I'll take it. They didn't get their Morphling. I think this is it's amazing Morph. I'm so surprised they passed it up. Because even with just the first 3 heroes of OpTic, right? You already kind of know the Lesh is a core. Right? They already guessed it, right, with the Gyro pick, but they're probably already theorizing. And we'll see how the game goes. And Visage like. Anyway, on the side of Fnatic, we got Universe on the Axe. Pylite Die, Shadow Demon. Abed's gonna be taking the PL to the mid lane. I'm gonna join in on the chat wheel spam. We got Envy on the safe lane. Death Prophet invented this pretty much. Elder Titan gonna be taken by DJ. And on the side of OpTic, we got 33 on the Visage. Zai playing Clock. A bit of a role swap there because 33 is the Visage player. Highcat taking the Gyrocopter, CC and C on the Leshrac, and PPD gonna actually take the Tusk. They switched it up again. And they're gonna go for a 5-man. But their 5-man is gonna get spotted out, and now that's a 5-man Elder Titan Spirit. How much damage does he get with that? Let's find out. I believe it's like 30 damage per hero or something. 15. 30 level 2. So he gets 75 damage, but they're not going to stick around to get attacked, so he's not going to get to utilize it. And they're going to come back in here looking to contest a rune. Spirit going to come out again. Ice Shards comes out, and they're not sure how many heroes are coming back in, so they're going to just back it off and they'll take the safe runes top. Highlight Die. What is he doing? Is Is he gonna kill the first wave with Shadow Poison? So some next level move. He's gonna get cogged. The rocket. Stun? Pilot Eye? I believe he's just dead on my screen right now. There you go. First blood just goes to Zai. That was a solo kill too. 346 gold. He's gonna have boots, and that's quite... That's actually a big problem. It's a big problem because he has to walk back. His clock has boots now, so when he walks back to the lane, he has to deal with a clock with boots. That's honestly, like, normally, like, feeding first blood is not the biggest deal. Like, it's not gonna be super... Sometimes it can be super lane losing, but in this scenario, it's actually just super game losing, or lane losing. His universe is left alone here. It's gonna take a lot of harass. There's the boots coming down for Zai. Shadow Demon will be back. Pycat taking a fair bit of damage with the spins and the Shadow Poison. And it looks like lane stabilized, but now with the boots clock, they got to be a lot more careful about not getting caught out. As soon as he hits level 2, that's where they had to worry, but how did I just spamming it? Spamming it! They did a lot of damage to Pycat, along with the Battle Hunger, and they're keeping away from the Creep Wave, so you can't get rid of it by getting a last hit or deny. And, by the way, it was Lesh mid, I didn't mention it, but when they did the lane swap, Lesh is going in the mid lane against the PL, and actually leaving the Visage bottom. And we kind of saw it there with 33 coming in for the rune. So, it is a CC&C Lesh, but it's not an offlane Lesh, it's going to be an offlane Visage. But again, the mid hero is also in the offlane, so is it actually an offlane Lesh? He's playing against the carry, and 33 is playing against the mid hero. Not really. This is a 2-1-2 patch. That's what we have. So it's not truly an offlaner in this patch. It's just the second carry. Now EG kind of took this concept too far and legitimately picked a second carry to go offlane, dual lane. It did not work out for them that well. Losing to Fnatic, they were their offlane Ember Spirit for Samael. But as for now, we're gonna have a bit of a pause. Just a bit of a pause. USB lost power. That's the first time I've seen that. Gotta say, it's the first time I've seen that. Apparently that's play to win, baby. Abed, how's his matchup for him? I'm assuming it's not the greatest. It's less Shrek, but should be okay. They're gonna call out UK in front of the UK crowd. Or wait, hold on. Casters, we can hear everything, by the way. Have integrity. Yeah, thinking. Oh, look, Zai's a 4-time Battle Cup champion. Alright, back to the game here. I believe this bottom lane has to be Fnatic favored. But again, with a Visage, you don't care. You're gonna give him the worst lane. Because he gets level 6 and he's okay. However, this could be bad. As Envy going in for the kill. Triple mango. Envy eating some mangoes today. Going for 33. Gonna get the kill. What was that soul assumption? And it's gonna be a kill on the board for Fnatic. And surprisingly, this top lane actually stabilized. I mean, it is an axe. And, well, if you consider that Pilot Eye death. Okay, so what that Pilot Eye death actually did was Universe actually just secured the first wave of CS. He actually just, like, got the aggro and spun on the first wave. And, like, killed it. As Pilot Eye was dying. And that just guaranteed his level 2. So maybe that death from Paradise was just next level, because that death actually contributed to them not losing this lane and now dominating it actually. Surprisingly enough, because I talked about the Clockwork getting boots and stuff like that, but Clockwork can't get a kill. And the reason for that is the wave is just pushed in. How's he gonna kill anyone? Then you see now he's like fighting Paladai, but like Universe is like, he doesn't care. He's just gonna push the wave in. Pycat can't help. He cannot help because he has creep wave on him at all times because his axe. It's actually next level, I guess. Abed is going even with Lesh, so I'd say that's a win there. That's definitely a win. Oh, top. They're finally gonna have an opportunity to play aggressive, but the cogs will not connect onto Universe. And he's safe. He has boots. And Abed actually is bringing CC and C down low. Not gonna be able to go for the dive though, but now he's kind of low himself here. Well, CC and C tries for the stun. It will not connect. And here's the nighttime rotation from DJ. Talk about the Death Prophet being mid. But it's going to be a whole different story in this game because PL is mid. But you can rotate to PL's game, lane, and get kills, accelerate his gameplay. And you can push the tower as well with the Aquila that he has coming. CC and C gonna shrine up, gets his bottle, and OpTic actually gonna win out on the rune war, but the first 5-minute rune doesn't really give the most gold. It's really like the later game runes, like 15-20 minutes, actually provide a significant gold swing. So if you can just maintain map control, even if you're like losing some deaths here and there, and you get your runes later on in the game, it's actually worth it. That's why I feel like taking towers is so important. I've seen like teams, they've been like owning a kill score, but they can't take towers, and they'll still end up in a bad position coming to the mid game. And we're gonna have a fight between DJ and Peter here, but it doesn't look like either is really at the risk of dying. We have a stun onto Abed in the mid lane. He's gonna go down low, but he is fine. Just place the ward in the same spot here. I don't believe they spotted it out. Oh, Zai catching up Paladai. He does have Imprison. The Cog's not even close. And now they're gonna come in with the Battle Hunger. Our Rocket going on the Paladai, he can dodge it with the Disruption. He's just fine. Pycat eats a clap. Thunderclap to the face. He has 18-1 charges because of the Shadow Demon. I'm gonna shrine up on both sides of the map here. DJ, he's strong. He went for the 1-2 build. Very good at trading with his build. And Envy, level 6 now, and he's gonna skill his ultimate. So I'm looking at pressure here, but no catapult. It's gonna be difficult. Peter actually cut the wave. There's some creep wave shenanigans going on here. Cut the wave here, bring it to 33, get him level 6, he's so close. And he's not farming the worst. He's actually farming okay, has even a couple of denies for himself. And he'll have an okay helmet down timing, so as for the state of OpTic's lanes, they're getting as much as they want out of it. They're not lacking any lane pretty much. You know, CC and C's now farming very well in the mid lane, even forcing PL to leave. Gyro's getting what he needs top. But speaking of top, the Envy has rotated in. He's in the trees. I mean, they gotta know at this point. Now, the reason why he's moving top like this is he does not want to fight against level 6 Visage with a Tusk. And he can actually die. So instead, he's gonna look to try to put pressure onto Pycat, but it's not really working the best. It's a bit clunky. Now Gyro's level 6, and here comes the TP rotations from the Leshrac. That's a level 8 Lesh with the haste rune. That is not the best. And Pycat gonna imprison himself. Rocket hits onto Universe. And we already lose Envy. Oh, almost lost Pycat there as well, but the stun was on cooldown. Bottom lane, this tower is gonna fall. This is a Visage. And Grave Chill the creep. Actually, not gonna do it quite yet. Whatever, I mean, he knows that there's no way that Envy can go back here, right? Because he TP top. So he's chill. Envy has to walk all the way back bottom. Oh, he does have a TP now. But he's not going to TP bottom. That's just bad. If he TPs bottom, he dies and his game is ruined. They're going to walk bottom. No, they need to defend this tower. The rotation top, it gave Abed some space. He didn't chip the tower at all. Because he can't really push the wave in real fast. Like, Lesh can easily shove the wave. And now Universe goes down top to Pycat, level 7. Zai catching him in there. And this is not good. That's what I talked about. For OpTic, all their lanes went how they wanted it to. And they kind of just responded to Fnatic. Because there's no, like, the way they set up their lanes, there's no pressure. Because, as I mentioned, the Lesh core, this is a good Lesh core game, gotta say. And you got a haste rune, he's getting kills. And now he's gonna make the rotation over top to help Pycat out. And now Universe, I feel like it's just setting up to be an awful Axe game. He's already died once, he's forced out his lane before, which is almost like a death. And, like, who's gonna carry the game for Fnatic? That's my question. And bottom tower is gonna fall. Snowball into DJ, force him to TP out. And it's certainly not going to be Envy at this point. And I don't think it's going to be PL either. This Lesh is a very good matchup against PL. You can see it's just, you know, he was doing well in the laning stage on the PL. To Abed's credit, but now, like, he just cannot match up against this Lesh. It just does too much damage. And now Envy is rotated top to take this tier 1, but it's barely taking any damage, even with a catapult hitting it now. Tier 1 bottom is long gone, with the rotation over to mid with a 10-minute catapult. They're going to roll onto Abed, force him back, and now Lesh has the opening to defend top, or go for a kill onto Pilot Eye here, and he's going to go down. It's another kill for CCNC. Mid tower going to fall quite quickly there, and I feel like this game's over, honestly. You know, it's a little bit early to say that, but I know what Visage does. You guys are watching on YouTube, you check out my Visage guide, and this is turning out to be one of those Visage games where that's a solo kill for Zai. That is huge, but this is turning out to be one of those Visage games where he just runs down every lane and you just lose in like 20 minutes. Honestly, that is one of those Visage games. This is one of those Visage games. As he's not going to go top, no need. Pycat can pressure this tower on his own. Instead, he's just going to maintain control of this side of the map. And the warding dictates that as well. CCNC can push in the lanes extremely quickly. And he's going to get super fast Bloodstone timing. 33 gets himself a Centaur. And, I mean, Envy just simply can't lane here. I wonder if this is Drums build. But that's not going to help him out too much. I mean, 33 can just easily solo kill him if he shows. He just have to back away and throw Crypt Swords from a distance. This PPD gonna try to get his level 6 in the mid lane, and the bottom tower is gonna fall. They shred towers incredibly quickly because of the Diabolic Edict and the pushing power of the Visage. And you know, Abed, like, all Abed's gonna do at this point, like, look at the warding from Zai, right? They have absolute control and vision on the map. Like, they can do anything they want. And, like, right now, like, Pycat, he needs Diffusal, so, and he's not even close to it, by the way. Like, he's still quite far away. And that's all he's gonna do for, like, the next, you know, 5 minutes or so, is try to farm this Diffusal. They have a Blink Dagger onto Axe, but no way to utilize it, because they don't have anyone to fight. Like, DP cannot fight. She shows up in the fight, she's gonna die almost immediately. She's too squishy. I mean, they have Elder Titan and Shadow Demon, but they are not... They don't have the cores. Like, they can defend, they can stomp the wave, they can spam it out. But it doesn't matter, like, the tower took so much damage. They do get the deny here, but that's another tower gone. I mean, all these towers are already gone. The warding spread deep on their side of the map. OpTic have perfect vision. They're not going to die. They have no worry about dying. 7k net worth advantage at 14 minutes. PPD is just casually hitting creeps. He just wants his level 6. And look at how much gold PPD has. He almost has a Blink Dagger because of all these towers they're taking. And the fact that he's able to just take a little bit of time here to farm it. He's literally not needed. Oh, this might be a kill. Overextension from Zai. He's going to ping out the war now. But this is a 5-man rotation from Fnatic for that kill. Is that worth it? And they don't even manage to kill Visage or even do any damage to him. He's just Grave Chilled, runs away. And now they've locked Fnatic in here. And they're stuck. They're going to try it out, but look at this. They cannot farm here. They cannot farm here. This just sucks. Well, CC&C on his way to Bloodstone. These 2 runes guaranteed for OpTic at this point. No, like, Fnatic is not going to feel comfortable walking out here. Top tower is going to fall. This rune's probably going to go to them. And they're going to fight for it. There's going to be a fight for the rune, but Fnatic is going to fight for their lives. They get the not deny, but they get the D-ward. And so 3 runes will go to OpTic. Oh, no one's actually picking this up. CC&C? Come on, dude. CC&C. Oh no, CC&C overextended with the haste rune. He wanted one more wave. It's not worth it. It's only not worth it because he picked up the rune. He didn't pick up the rune. Otherwise, it would be worth it. And now this gives Fnatic 2 runes down here. Oh, attack. How did I die in top? That is whatever. Alright, DJ, get ready to pick him up. Come on. There you go. Like, that's 87 gold for everyone. That's like as much as a tower, almost. That's so worth it. That was actually... I would say that's a huge comeback, because they're still in a very bad position, but that is something. That is no joke. It's good rotation from Universe. And another deny. I mean, these are just micro, you know, comebacks. Micro comebacks. I think that's the best way to phrase it. But it'll add up, as they're gonna get a killer into Pycat. Envy will die. He's not the best. Universe looking for a call, but now his Blink's gonna get cancelled. It actually was getting cancelled by this dominated catapult. Good play there by 33. But now there is the Leshrac problem. 14 Bloodstone charges. And he's just gonna constantly shove in lanes. And Fnatic is just gonna feel stuck on their side of the map. While 33 farms up. He's gonna go for the treads. He's gonna get Aghanims. And all of a sudden, he's gonna be a major threat in these team fights. But they get the Diffusal Blade onto Abed, and they're gonna go for a kill onto Zai. And as I said before, these are not major comebacks. Like, these aren't big throws or anything, or, you know, comebacks from Fnatic. But it's gonna add up. They get 1 kill here, 1 kill there, 1 body rune here, 1 tower deny here, and the next level play, all of a sudden, they're back in the game. And as I mentioned, like, the PL was just farming to this timing. He has his Diffusal now, and, you know, Envy is still having a crap game. Oh, I didn't open up my net worth this whole time. Apologize for that. But Leshrac still he's gonna be at the top net worth. He's gonna be the most farm hero, but he's also killable. He's killable if they focus on him. If they do not focus on him, he's gonna be killing everyone. But then also at the same time, you gotta realize that they also have to be worried about the Visage and his familiars. So it's not gonna be easy. There's a smoke from OpTic. Fnatic avoid it. Sitting in their base. They saw the smoke coming. I believe might have been spotted with this ward. I'm not sure. And this is also a result of CC&C dying bottom. They're gonna actually go for a kill on the Helm of the Dom creep. Now, if CC&C didn't die, this ward wouldn't be here, and I believe hook shot to escape. They'll lose PPD here as he was the one getting caught out. CC&C gonna show up. He has a regen rune, pretty good rune there for Visage. Highcat, yeah, he's gonna rush BKB. OpTic, they're not in a rush, right? But they are bleeding kills, and they're slowly losing their advantage. A lot of it, actually. And we're gonna see what happens at these 20-minute runes. Because it matters. It matters you pick up these runes in 20 minutes. And they want 3, at least. With their advantage, they want 3. They do not want to go even. We'll see how that plays out. But Pycat is close to his... Who's messaging me? The fuck? I'm going offline. And what happened with the rune situation here? They will get 3. And they didn't even have to fight for it. Ancient stack here being completed by Universe and DJ. We almost have a 4 staff on DJ, which is going to be big against Clockwork. And even Visage. CC&C has Yules coming, I believe. Yeah, that's not call it a courier, bro. And they're gonna leave PPD just to push the side lanes. So they don't feel comfortable, because they do not want CC&C to die at this point. Like, this one death was already not devastating, but it hurt them for sure. It hurt them. They lost 2 runes because of it. OpTic got some vision on the map, well, this ward particularly, and they lost a decent amount of map control because of that. Otherwise, like, if he was able to push that and get away, that would be big, right? But just wasn't able to. And they're, you see, they're playing more reserve, not putting CC&C down here. It's going to be Peter instead. They're okay with Peter dying, because his net worth is nothing. And he does actually get away with pushing bottom, so that's big. And he gets a Blink Dagger pickup, and that's going to be major in terms of saving someone from Axe Call. Anything, right? But you see, they've lost a decent amount of their net worth advantage. Now, in terms of looking at how both these teams scale, I didn't really talk about that. But I gotta say, I still have to favor OpTic in that sense. But it's possible. Like, these supports on the side of Fnatic are no joke, and it's not really talking about the core scaling, because I don't think PL will scale to a point where he's gonna just carry the game. That's not gonna happen. Same thing with Death Prophet, same thing with Axe. But if these supports, they scale, it's a possibility. But right now, OpTic going in for the Roche kill with Zai scouting out, making sure that he catches Fnatic, but KPD, that could have been a big play for him there. But now they're gonna bleed out of the Roche pit. They want to take this fight, and all of a sudden 2 cores already dead on the side of Fnatic. They'll lose Envy, they'll lose Universe, and they're gonna catch out the boy Abed himself here. He gets the kill onto CC&C. CC&C underestimated the damage output there from the PL. He does respawn almost immediately, but he gave away a decent amount of experience and gold to Abed. That pipe helped him survive for just a little bit longer. And CC&C won't mind that much. But it's gonna suck losing some of his Bloodstone turrets. And that fight honestly could have gone even better for OpTic if PPD was prepared with the Blink Dagger Snowball to save the Clockwork, as I mentioned from the call, that fight could have been amazing. But unfortunately, PPD's Blink was on cooldown. And now it's going to be Aegis going to OpTic, picked up by the Leshrac. As he's actually probably the most vulnerable hero to die. And Pycat, it's a little bit low on mana, so he can push out the bottom lane, going for the Mjolnir. It's okay build. As no BKBs yet on the side of Fnatic, and PL really doesn't want to buy one. But he almost has to, because of his heroes. The Leshrac in particular. And speaking of Lesh, he just secures a easy kill there onto DJ, who's a little bit too far forward there. The Force Staff not going to save him. And once again, they're sending PPD to the danger lane just to chill. Push it in, scout. And they see Envy. Scouted out by the Rocket Flare. They have the hook shot. Hook shot onto Envy. He has the Yules. He's going to get the Spirit Vessel put onto him. Yules himself in the air for now. Getting rid of the Spirit Siphon. They're just waiting. Waiting for the heroes to come in to secure the kill. It's going to be a dominating streak for Pycat. It's going to give an opening for Fnatic in the bottom lane. But it's another death on Envy. Which she doesn't actually have that many deaths, but he just doesn't. We're not feeling the impact of a Death Prophet. This is not how you want to play a Death Prophet, right? It's just simply not. You don't want to be 4-4, like have only one tower. I mean, his farm not the greatest either. Meanwhile, CCNC has all the space in the world to do what he wants. OpTic leaving the birds to push top. They're gonna rotate their real heroes over to the bottom lane, which is real smart. Oh, Pilot Eye. Rest in peace, Pilot Eye. Was he warding this? Well, they got this ward out again, which is pretty crucial ward, honestly. And now it's gonna be Boots of Travel for CCNC, so now I'm gonna really just split push to his heart's content, especially with the Aegis, and trying to get that level 25 talent. Now, is he gonna go for the Aghanim's? I wonder. Or just Diabolic Edict explosions. So you can do more pushing damage. I feel like there is an argument for both, but I think in this game, with how far ahead they are, I think you go for a Diabolic Edict. Yeah, Yules onto the PL, hookshot in the back line. It's gonna hit two heroes, and it's gonna block them in the cogs. The cogs gonna get broken, and they're gonna be able to escape. But they actually do finish off the PL. The chain stun from the Visage. He's gonna resummon his birds. They're looking for Envy next, and he's gonna fall. And all of a sudden, I think that's just game. That's racks for sure. That's 2 racks for sure. Potentially 3. And a big play there to catch PL. Oh, first of all, that was really good coordination. They catch the PL, perfectly timed stun from CCNC, and then they hook shot onto the 2 heroes that would have saved him. And then they kept the Axe out of the fight. I believe he just got disrupted by like some ability, canceled his blink, or he just wasn't there in time. And then they guarantee the kill on the PL with the chain stun from the birds and the Walrus Punch. And that's 2 racks down. Oh, they get the call onto the familiars, but because they have the Gravekeepers, they're not going to die. They've barely actually taken any damage at all. He's just going to drop them for now. And bottom racks going to get Crimson guarded, but I think that OpTic is just going to end. There's no reason to wait. They still have the Aegis. They have at least, I think, some time left on it. I think CCNC is just going to suicide in. He knows his Aegis is expiring very soon. He's gonna let it die. We're gonna lose some familiars here, and they did just use the resummon top. Earth Splitter gonna connect, but double shot. Oh, the damage coming out from the Soul Assumption. PL going in, but it's not gonna be enough. He's taking so much damage from the Leshrac, and GG is just gonna be called. The call connects. They get the chop there onto Clock. It doesn't matter. The game is over. OpTic gonna take game 1 in a dominant fashion against Fnatic. And I really think this game actually just goes down to them not having a Morphling. This PL, I do not agree with the PL pick. This was a great Morphling game, but and I don't think it was the best Axe game. Like, it was, as I said before, like, some people consider Axe as somewhat of a counter to Visage. You get the call on the familiars, he's difficult to kill, he buys a Crimson Guard, you know. But, in my opinion, I don't think Visage is that good against Axe, or against Visage. I don't think he's that good against Leshrac. Because Lesh is going to kill him. Lesh doesn't care. 40 armor. Gyro doesn't care. Well, they picked the Gyro after the Axe. But I think this was a Beastmaster Morph game. They picked Morph 4th. Or if it wasn't a Beastmaster game, if that got banned out, could have picked a number of heroes. You know, any universe hero. I believe I'm not sure if the Darkseer was still in this game, but they have possibilities, right? But they needed the Morph. It was such a good Morph game. And they get the PL instead, and it just did not do enough. Because either way, Envy was not going to have a good game. This was a 3rd pick Death Prophet. And it was not the best Death Prophet game, but he was going to do his job. He was going to make space. And he did make space for Abed. But it didn't matter. Abed got the space created for him, but the PL hero just didn't come online fast enough. He had to buy a hood just so he didn't die, and there's just too much damage output, AoE damage output, that was preventing him from doing PL things. In addition to Pilot Die not having the best game, I mean, he was just kind of just aimlessly roaming around the map at some point and dying, trying to place wards. I mean, he was already dying at level 1, so it was a bit strange there, but just the draft for Fnatic did not line up. OpTic had their game plan, as they mentioned. Their laning stage went exactly how they would have wanted it to. They had to farm the levels that they needed onto their cores, and from there it was just an easy game for them. They didn't even play the cleanest game. Fnatic was actually doing their best to try to come back. They were getting tower denies, they were trying to regain map control, picking up bounty runes, putting wards on the map, avoiding smoke ganks, doing what they needed, but it's just because of the outdraft, it's just really not much they can do. Not much they can do there. Dude, I want someone rank up. I want rank 88, please. Some interesting activity feeds, but I mean, look at the score, look at the graphs. Where's the? Why can't I see the Dota buff plus? Where's the Dota buff plus? What? Did my subscription expire? No. Where can you see when your subscription expires? Is it here? Since 3/13. Whatever. Anyway, I don't know how you guys think about that, but for you Fnatic fans out there, that was a rough game. I made Dota, and this is scary now. Consider this is OpTic. They're top 4. They're stomping Fnatic. Albeit, I mean, the EG game you can't really compare because EG literally gave Fnatic the 2 best heroes in the patch. 2 of the best heroes in the patch. If it was actually the 2 best heroes, they'd have given them IO Night Stalker. But they gave them IO Doom, which is not as broken, but almost. It's up there. It is up there, guys. What you can see here is just a steady climb in all net worth for their cores. They literally just had free games on all their core heroes. Like, just look at the numbers. Like, Fnatic just didn't even have a play. Like, there's just no play. Like, they had a Blink, Dagger, and Axe, but can they kill anyone? No. They don't have the damage output. Because as I mentioned, the PL was the damage. But he needed to farm items. Otherwise he dies. He might kill someone, but he'll die. And then who else is going to carry the game? Like, Envy doesn't do the damage. Or he does, but like he can't do it enough before dying, because he's too squishy. Like, they did not have the proper answers to the Lesh Visage. Axe is not a proper answer. VL is definitely not a proper answer. Like, honestly, like, putting Envy on the Death Prophet Invoker or something for Abed, they would have a better chance. Because then he can farm, he can at least do damage when they set up. They kill people with Sunstrike or Call, and they have that burst. Like for example, like, if they call CC and C this game, unless everyone else is there, he doesn't have to worry about dying, and it's just not worth it. So you killed him once there, and as I mentioned, that was a micro comeback, but it just still wasn't that worth it for Fnatic, because they had to rotate 4 heroes just to kill Lesh, and the rest of the heroes on the side of OpTic farmed. Now imagine there's an Invoker in the game. He's like pushing a lane or farming or whatever, and then they call him, they Sunstrike him, and he's dead. And he's still dead, but Invoker did not need to be involved. The Invoker also is not playing in the middle of the fight, so he doesn't have to worry about dying to all this crap. And then you can let Abed do Abed things and try to carry the game with Invoker, like pretty much straight up carry the game with Invoker. And it could happen. They have the damage amp from the Elder Titan. They're gonna force all these heroes into BKBs early if he gets super farmed, which if they're literally focusing all the attention onto Abed and giving him all the farm, he's gonna get farmed. If the Morphling was banned, that's what I personally would have picked over this PL, because you already know Lesh is gonna be core. I feel like that was their big mistake. I mean, I'm no Fnatic coach, and I leave it up to Aoi to brief them on the next game. That's the advice I would give to Fnatic. I want to see EE do well. I'll say, all out, shouts out to NA DOTA. You know, I'm a fan of Zai and all that. But I want to see Fnatic do well here. Call me biased. We're just gonna be waiting for our next game. I don't know what to do here. Who's Taiga? You just watch the replay for fun? The highlights? Alright, this is Hachi highlights right now. Watch the replay. EE was really shit that game. Failed rotations, unnecessary. Well, that rotation top, I could see from a mile away that not working out. And it only was worse because CC and C had a haste here, and it actually could have gone so much worse. They literally could have all died, but they actually TP'd out in 2 heroes. Only one who died was EE, I believe. Maybe Pilot Eye died, but who cares? Well, Pilot Eye. So, like, alright. If you guys are just coming in, right, you didn't watch the game, we're gonna go over the replay real quick here, because I don't have an analyst desk. And I don't want to waste time just sitting in the lobby. I feel like that's not entertaining to watch. So if you guys stick it around to watch in between games, here's my breakdown. So first of all, right here, the heroes are invisible for whatever reason. Right here, they could have picked Morphling. Now look at this, really good Morphling game. Doesn't care about Clockwork, doesn't care about Lesh that much. Even can turn himself into Lesh, which is pretty sick. Doesn't care about Visage too much. You know, it's not the best pick against Visage, but it's still okay. Right? Pretty good Morph game. They have heroes to buff him up as well, with Elder Titan, Shadow Demon, Great Illusions, Magic Amp, Physical Amp, Death Prophet, gonna make space. Like, he's gonna get farm. Envy's gonna get farm. Go. But no. Instead, they pick this Axe, which in my opinion is not a good matchup against Clock, Lesh, or Visage. Because he gets hookshotted, your fight's lost. He gets his blink cancelled randomly, fight's lost. Right? But okay. Axe, fine. He's gonna be an okay pick in the laning stage. With the Shadow Demon. It's gonna be an annoying lane. They're gonna get farm on Axe. It's gonna be a guaranteed blink. So, you know you're going to have that Blink Dagger at least. So, maybe it's not the best Axe game, but if you can get the rotations to work out, doesn't matter. You get the Blink call, you're going to get the kills. But you're going to see what happens here.
10 seconds to go.
They ban out Dazzle, whatever, but the Morphling gets banned. Now they don't have a carry. Like, what carry did they pick? Let's go through the carries. What carry? What carry does well against Lesh, Visage, that is not Morphling? And there's a Clock. So I don't want to pick a melee carry, otherwise that carry is probably just going to get, or a regular melee carry. They decide to pick PL, which is an okay pick against Clock. But, you know, if they went for standard hero, like a Troll Warlord or something like that, that's just not been good. Terrorblade is he's not good against Lesh for sure. Like, they really wish they could have picked Terrorblade here, but I think this hero is just too nerfed. Could have tried it, but you see, there's nothing really here. Like, their other option was Jug or Lifestealer. That was their other option. Two fine picks actually against what was out there, but it's not the best at the same time. They didn't want to go with that route. I feel like it would have worked out. It would pan out better because Jug at least has an option of fighting because he has magic immunity. Same thing with Lifestealer. This PL literally cannot fight because he shows up to the fight, he's gonna die in some way, shape, or form. He might get a kill, but he's gonna die. And because he is the one carry, he's the only carry. They have a Death Prophet. That is not a good Death Prophet game because the picks that came after her is not her fault, right? It just did not work out. Maybe their other option was like a Void. Could have panned out, but as you see here, they go with the PL. Already a bad matchup against Lesh. Like, people pick Lesh against PL, you know. But they picked the PL into the Lesh and the Gyro. I have a very hard time seeing PL carry this game. They sent him mid, he got the farm, but it was still a rough lane against CCNC. You speed through the game and see where things went wrong. So, I mean, the laning stage, I'm not going to go 8 times because it gets really loud. Crazy. So laning stage was whatever for Fnatic, right? It was okay. Like, they got decent farm in all their lanes. They didn't completely lose a lane. We have a pause here. Stupid pause. Like, they were getting kills. They were killing 33, but the problem came when 33 hit level 6, right? So far so good. They're doing their thing, all their lanes. Whatever. You know, PL is getting even farm with the Lesh at this point. He's not been zoned out yet. It only happens when this guy gets level 6 on the Lesh. So the problem really came when the heroes got level 6 on all lanes. And there was no way to prevent it because it's a 2-1-2, right? You're not gonna zone them out so they don't hit level 6. They're gonna get level 6. That's just the nature of this patch. And OpTic just had such a power spike once all their heroes hit level 6 compared to Fnatic that their ultimates just really swang the game in their favor. And Fnatic just really had to hope that this rotation from Envy going top worked out, but it just was unfortunate that it just so happened to coincide with Leshrac getting a haste rune. So notice here, I'm gonna slow it down again. He TP's top, and he's under time pressure here because wait, hold on. Did they even have a ward? Yeah, they actually even had a ward in the lane, so they know Envy's in the trees, so they have time to set up. CCNC's like, oh look, I have a haste rune. Envy shows, I'm gonna go kill him. He's like, alright, easiest kill of my life on Envy. They actually managed to TP out on the other two heroes, but that's literally so bad for Envy because they're taking a shit ton of damage to the bottom tower. And I literally consider the game lost right here when they go top again. They go top again because, as I mentioned before, like Envy can't go bottom during the cast. I mean, Envy can't go bottom. He walked to defend it just for like a split second. Visage gonna go mid now. They go top, but like right here, this is not worth it. They're gonna get the tower, but OpTic now take mid easily, quickly. Abed gonna get zoned out. He doesn't die here. He's fine. But they lose the mid tower, and then at this point, look at the warding on the map. They place a ward here as well at some point, I believe. Paladai dies. I believe it's with this rotation. I think Zai comes in here and solo kills Axe. And places a ward. Yeah, here it is. Just watch it. There you go. They lose their mid tower. They lose Axe. They place a ward right here. And now OpTic have absolute map control. They'll farm on all their cores, and at this point, Fnatic can just really hope for little comebacks into the game as they did, like denying towers, picking up bounty runes, securing map control again when they could, and just hoping like OpTic throw or they get a huge fight at Roche or something like that with Elder Titan. Like the game is not in their hands anymore. The power is completely out of their hands to actually win the game. They just gotta wait and do their best, and just hope that OpTic slip up somewhere, which they were slipping up slightly, but it just didn't matter. That's my breakdown of the game. I'll see this next game up. Not quite, so continue to watch. But as you see, it is looking grim at this point. This is where I called it. I called GG right here. Or pretty much, like I called the game like this is 90% win now for OpTic, because they're gonna take this tower, they're gonna take the mid tower. This gets denied unfortunately, but literally, if you look at Fnatic, they have nowhere to play. Like where can they play? This guy is not farm enough. Like he's just nowhere near his defusal at this point. He needs it to even be a kill threat to any of these heroes on the side of OpTic, but even then, he's still squishy. So maybe they'll get kills, but it's gonna come at the cost of PL probably still dying. So for like the next 5 minutes, they literally have zero plays. And they didn't even kill the top tower, by the way, with that 10-minute catapult. The tower survived because OpTic got back and defended it. They have the blink onto Axe with no plays to be made. They're losing their tower still. They get to deny miraculously here, but this is what a game looks like where you have 0 plays to make. And I'm sure you guys had pubs like this where you just feel like you cannot do anything. That was the case. And literally, their option in this game was to just wait for OpTic to slip up and for them to capitalize on it. They see the tower deny. You can speed it up again. It's not much happens at this point. They just farm. Farm. Like they're attempting to get kills. They get kills with the smoke, but like that's only a support, right? That gets their ward dewarded. That does secure them this one banner rune. However, here's the big move. This is their first big comeback of the game. Is killing CCNC here. To mention it, they kill CCNC here so they can secure these 2 bounty runes, and they place a ward here, which is huge. And they lose Pilot Eye again top, and they also lose this top tower. But this is big. This is actually a big swing. They kill CCNC, the most farmed hero, on the side of OpTic. He's not only the most farmed hero, but they also get 2 runes. They get to ward here. And they actually get back top. They get back top and they deny the tower. This is actually a really good series event. They get a clockwork kill, they get a Leshrac kill, and it's all gonna go bad here as Pycat gonna get caught out, but they lose Envy. Well, actually, that's not even that bad. They still slightly favor the advantage there. The big problem there was that they used DP ultimate. Now OpTic knows no DP ult, so what are they gonna do? What else other than Pilot Eye getting picked off? Or not Pilot Eye, Peter are gonna get picked off. But they're gonna smoke, and they know there's no DP ult. They don't find anyone. This tower is still not dead, huh? But either way, they go Roche. Soon. I'm not sure when. When are they Roche? They actually did not get much out of it. This is where Fnatic was slightly coming back, but like again, this game's still so incredibly difficult. It's just they're like fighting a super uphill battle, because again they've lost all map control. This is the only tower they have, and as I mentioned earlier in my cast, it's almost impossible to play this patch when you don't have towers. No matter how many kills you have, no matter what your net worth is looking like, if you don't have these towers become significantly more difficult to ever push. Especially with a lineup like theirs against OpTic, and then like every kill that they're getting is not transitioning into anything because all the kills are just happening on their side of the map, and the most they're gonna get out of the kills are like farm time, to be able to push out the lanes and bounty runes. But this is BKB timing for OpTic. They got BKB on Pycat. Peter's gonna push the bottom lane. He's gonna get his blink here, and he actually forces rotations to try to kill him. It was actually a big move from Peter. Manages to push the bottom lane, places an aggressive ward, and actually gets out as PL doesn't have a TP cancel. And this actually, I believe, buys them an opening to take Roche. I believe. Maybe they get a pick off first. Oh yeah, that buys them the opening to take Roche. And okay, so what happens here? Pause. What happens here is they see an opportunity to take Roche, so they shove the bottom wave in. They know Fnatic is not in position. Like by in position, like I mean like being literally like right here already as they're in the Roche pit. Again, they're walking their way up, but their path was intercepted by Zai, which PPD could have made this fight look even better if he saved Zai there with the snowball, right? Zai could have been saved with snowball, but he didn't have his blink up. It was on cooldown. And still here, they just get caught out because Zai intercepted them on their way into Roche, and they managed to take out 3 cores on the side of Fnatic. And again, Fnatic had an opportunity if they were in position. If they were here in position as OpTic was hitting Roche, this fight could have looked different. If they can get the blink call into the Roche pit, follow up with Earth Splitter, Stomp, etc., like they could have wiped OpTic here, and this was their chance. This was their chance to come back in the game. But Zai intercepting their path into Roche, you know, even if he died there, like this actually won them the fight. Like him dying here won them the fight. And he didn't even need to die right away because Zai could have saved him, or PPD could have saved him. Either way, like this pretty much secured the game. They have the Aegis now on the Lesh, and he did die there because Pycatch is all in for him. Now, do we have a game? Alright, we have a game now. So what happened in the next game? That was the breakdown of game 1. Let's see what happens in game 2.
Radiant team pick.
Dyer's pick.
Dark Seer.
Oh, we missed part of the draft. Doing the breakdown. Whatever. OpTic, Sand King ban. They steal the Darkseer away from Fnatic, interestingly enough. Well, is it even a steal? I believe it's probably Night Stalker. No, it's not Stalker Offlane. It's not a steal. But they steal their strat. It's not a block pick. But it's a strat steal. If you can call that. But it's going to be Darkseer pickup. It's a pretty solid Darkseer game as well. Good synergy with Clockwork and Jakiro. They do get the second pick, Death Prophet, as I mentioned. So CCNC favorite. Morphling banned second phase now because they know that Fnatic not gonna make that same mistake, and also they don't have last pick this time, so they're a lot more likely to fourth pick than Morphling because they don't have last pick. So it gets banned out there. Dragon Knight also gets banned out as a common, not counter, but common hero picked up as a replacement of Death Prophet. Fnatic do not want to deal with the Visage. They just straight up banned the 3 cores from the last game. That's a good move. They had a bunch of trouble dealing with these heroes, and they're going to just try to switch it up. Force OpTic into something else.
5 seconds.
Force them into something else. And so far, OpTic's draft's looking solid. The Undying got banned out by OpTic in the last game. I'm not sure why. I don't think you should be that afraid of this hero. They get Undying Rubik. It's not my favorite support combination, but they get the Night Stalker, and that hero is kind of broken. Let's see what they can do with that. So, like, they have super annoying heroes to fight. Just to fight and make a fight. Start annoying a fight and disengage if they need to, they want to, and this is gonna create space for Lone Druid. Now, saw yesterday, what was that? Was it OG that had that No Tail patented the melee Druid build? Not the bear build. Is the melee Druid build. He didn't go for the range talent. He built core items. He built Sanjin Yasha, Maelstrom, Helm Dom on the Druid, and then went melee form and went ham. But I don't believe that's Envy's playstyle. From all of the Lone Druid games I've watched, he always goes for the Radiance. And we'll see what happens in this game, what he decides to go with. Well, I just need an Abed hero. He did a decent matchup against a Death Prophet. OpTic ban out the Lina, which is going to give Fnatic the burst. They have a lot of setup. They just need a killer. They need a killer as his Lone Druid. They need a killer and a fighter. Now with the Lina ban, it's probably going to be Quap. I was surprised it wasn't a Quap ban. I think they can deal with the Lina. Quap is actually a bit more annoying because she doesn't care about cogs.
5 seconds.
Darkseer is not going to disable her, of course. And again, Ice Path's not reliable. There's a silence that she has to worry about, but it's whatever. Get a Yules, she'll be fine. But the thing about the quad pick, though, is actually gonna put Fnatic a little bit lacking in disables because they have this Undying. I feel like they would have such a good draft. This wasn't Undying. Why Undying?
Dyer's pick.
This is also a amazing Rubik game, by the way. And okay, this was a good Quap game if it wasn't an Undying. If this was a Sand King Rubik, this would be a good Quap game. But if it is Undying, they need lockdown. They need team fight. Stun, disables. And it's going to be the Kunkka,
10 seconds to go.
which was actually banned out by a lot of other teams playing against Fnatic.
5 seconds.
But OpTic going to give it to them. Not sure about the Death Prophet Kunkka matchup. Well, it again, it makes this is another hero that fills the same kind of role as these others, where he's just annoying to fight into. You don't fight into boat buff. But you don't really have a choice because you're gonna get X-Spark torrented. There's a tombstone involved. Also, you don't have vision because it's freaking Night Stalker. And again, all of this is to buy time for Druid to get his farm. Because again, if you have a lineup that you don't want to fight into, think about it right here, right? You have a lineup that you don't want to fight into, and that lineup also has a lone Druid. What is gonna happen? What is gonna happen is they're going to look for an opportunity to take Roche. They're gonna get that Aegis, and you're gonna even be harder to fight into, and they're just gonna go high ground because there's a lone Druid. That's what they're gonna do. That's Fnatic's game plan. But OpTic is like, okay, you have a lineup we don't want to fight into, and so we're going to fight around you. This is a really good Slark pick. Oh, not the best Slark pick. Problem is, if Slark has a bad game, honestly, this is actually an awful Slark pick. It's a good Slark pick if he gets farm and he needs a lot of it, because they don't have that much catch for him. But the catch that they do have, if he's squishy, if he's not farmed, is going to be devastating. The signs from the Night Stalker, X mark, burst damage from torrent boat, and the cleave. It's gonna be devastating. So I don't know about this Slark pick. Honestly, like, I'm gonna favor Fnatic in this draft. I think if OpTic wins this game, it's not gonna be because of the draft. It's gonna be because they outplayed Fnatic. They outplayed Fnatic in the laning stage in some way, shape, or form. Because again, if this game plays out to the end, it is a solid Slark game. Like, he gets items like Lincoln Sphere. Like, probably needs a BKB as well, but like Shadowblade, Lincoln Sphere, BKB, like Scotty gets tanky, tanks up. Like, this is a good Slark, pretty solid Slark game. Because there's a bunch of heroes that can just, farm stacks off of. He doesn't care too much about nighttime because he does have superior night vision. Because they're going to have a way to deal with the Night Stalker's vision control. Of course, darkness is still going to affect him, but it's going to affect him less. Well, not really, because darkness just lowers the vision range straight up to a set number, no matter like what your previous night vision was. But during regular night, it's gonna be a bit better because I got a Slark. It's gonna be a even rune trade, nothing crazy, and actually sending Envy against Triland. Zai gonna cog block the wave. So, okay, this is my idea for why they're doing this. I also get a D ward. But did he miss? Did the creep? Did I just see that right? I am pretty sure the creep just took the last of there on the ward. So, back to what I was trying to say, is their idea here is that Envy takes his bottom lane and they give free farm to Universe. Now that sounds weird. Why Night Stalker needs free farm? Because if Night Stalker gets like good experience in this top lane, which he will, he just shows up during night. And again, they're forcing the Slark into a tri-lane, because if it's just a dual lane, the Slark doesn't win this lane. Slark is only going to win this lane because 3 heroes are down here. And as a result, Slark's going to be under leveled. Now, solo experience Night Stalker against an under-leveled Slark will just feed off of him, and that is their plan. However, this means that Envy is going to get the shit end of the stick, and he's going to end up feeding First Blood here. But I think they're fine with that, because even though Envy is the carry, he's fine with having not an optimal smart, because he's not expected to take these fights, right? Fnatic is looking to take fights with these 4 heroes, not Lone Druid. Lone Druid is going to be farming, split pushing. Anyway, let's look how the mid matchup is going. CCNC going even with Abed for now in CS, which I think that's how it should be. Kunkka is an okay laner, and he has pretty good last hitting power. And notice DJ, right? He's not playing top. He's letting Universe get the solo experience for the most part. And there's a reason behind all of this. Fnatic, they got their plan straight. And I think it's gonna work. Like, for my prediction of this game, this Night Stalker is just gonna go out of control. This Night Stalker is gonna go out of control. He's just been killing everybody. I see it happening. Because they don't necessarily have anything to fight into him properly. And like, these heroes are gonna end up under level. They're pulling, they're trying to get experience, but Zai is still level 1. He's so close to level 2. And he missed a kill mid while I'm watching bottom. There's a rotation coming out from DJ. And Pyadai goes low, but he's just manning up. He gets the decay off, he can live. Oh, actually just gonna get the kill onto Zai. Pycat salving up. Envy might die here again. He will. Oh, they're slow from the Orb of Venom. Pycat couldn't catch up. Too slow. And nighttime's hitting soon. Now, is Night Stalker going to rotate bottom right away? No, he's going to continue to farm top. He's going to dominate 33, force him to like cut waves. He cannot lane against him. He's going to just keep farming. Just keep farming top. Free farm Night Stalker. Now, that might sound weird. Like, okay, what is this? What is this carry Night Stalker? Not going to rotate? What is this, a joke? No, you give this hero free experience, free farm. He like gets super tanky, and then during the first night, during the second night, he's just gonna be out of control hero. In the meantime, they're gonna continue to apply pressure to Pycat, whose CS is not looking great. Look, and also his experience not looking great because he has to share the lane with his supports. But now Zai has rotated out, which will just mean that Undying can bully Pycat even more, which just makes this lane worse and worse for him. So now he's not sharing experience with his supports anymore. And sure, Jakiro is a strong support, so it's not like they outright lose this lane, but it's not going to be a fun lane, right? It's not going to be an idyllic lane where he gets every CS, every deny, solo experience. While this Night Stalker gonna completely control top. This Darkseer cannot lane here anymore. Kunkka going to be doing Kunkka things mid. Like, Death Prophet has fear for her life for any Rubik rotations. He gets a DD rune as well here, so he's gonna deny everything. There's also a rotation down in the bottom lane. So Universe does move, which does not work out. So I don't know about this. They might just lane swap. Or they're actually going to straight up apply pressure. Because they didn't need to do this. They could pressure Pycat without moving Universe here, but he felt the need to move. Which is going to give Rubik solo experience top, which is fine, because this is also a great Rubik game. He has a ton of good spells to steal. You know, like imagine Night Stalker with the Iron Shell on him. Ice Path, of course, is the clutch steal. But I don't well, it's okay, right? They didn't want to completely squander the first night, but some teams, you watch some teams, they'll have the Night Stalker farm the lane for the first night. They don't care. But for Fnatic, for Universe, he's gonna feel the move to, the need to move and put pressure, which he is applying pressure by staying off the map. CCNC has to go jungle. He's gonna find him in the jungle. He's gonna see if he can get the kill here. Spirit Siphon cannot be used as he's silenced. Spirit Siphon gonna come out now, and is he gonna die? Universe? No, he's just gonna force him back to base, denying him the luxury of jungling on the bottom lane. Tombstone is dropped just to clear out this big camp here. Either die kind of low, but they do not want to fight into the Tombstone. And with the Universe also in the area, they're just gonna have to back away. And they're gonna look for a kill onto Zai here. Silenced. Zai, most likely we're gonna go down. He does try to deny himself. Not gonna happen. And I'm okay with this rotation for Universe, because DJ getting level 6 for him is actually pretty big. And otherwise there's no other way for him to get it other than potentially getting kills onto CCNC. But if CCNC doesn't let that happen, they much more let Night Stalker just, you know, do his thing. Oh, he's just gonna attempt for the courier kill here, but it gets fortified. Or courier shielded. And Universe is accomplishing a lot, honestly. And then he can just farm when day hits. No big deal. It's an urn on the courier. He really wants to use that. And it will be daytime now, but it wasn't a crazy advantage. As I mentioned, it's not the first nighttime that is the big problem for OpTic. It's the second nighttime. And you see, like, first night didn't really do much. Zone CCNC out, got a Zai kill. It's whatever. But now Universe is gonna go back to farming. Like, look how shut down Zai is. He's level 2, 8 minutes in. So you can see the impact of that first night. Even though it didn't really crush, didn't get any big towers off of it, it definitely put pressure onto OpTic, put them further behind. Not in terms of farm that much, but experience. Like, their supports are not getting experience. Now you have a level 6 Rubik compared to a level 2 Clock. Compared to 4 positions right there. That is something. Universe is gonna go back top. He's gonna farm top. He has to be a little bit careful as it is daytime, but he can turn to night, fly over the cogs if he does get caught out. And now they're going to push bottom with the level 6 Rubik, who has the ability to steal the spells from the Radiant team. Slark will have level 6 now, and speaking of Slark's farm, it's actually pretty good. He's the top net worth on his team, so they didn't pressure his farm too much. But they're gonna get the kill onto Peter, lift into dual breath there, and they're gonna press the tower now. Slark has to leave, which he's okay with. He's gonna ping out the ward in the jungle now, and he's gonna go jungle. This is not ideal. They're gonna apply pressure to top. Universe in a lot of trouble. He's super low. Helm the Dom on the side of 33. Universe lives. That's big. Bottom tower gonna survive for now as Slark takes the rotation over towards mid, sees Pylai die, and now there is the ward control. These can get dewarded because they do have a Slark and he can point them out. But this is a quiet hero that we haven't talked about much. But Abed has been absolutely free farming the mid lane, partially due to Universe rotation, right? And as a result, he's very close to an armlet. He's gonna get the clap there onto CCNC. And now Pykat's just camping behind mid. He has the wards, he has the sentries. He's looking to deward, and he should get all of them. This should get dewarded. He gets that one. He needs more sentries. But bottom tower, they're gonna get the kill here onto PPD, and tower will finally fall. They did have to use a Universe rotation for this, just to secure the tower, but it's worth it. Zai is still level 2, by the way, and he dies again. Now 33 has done an okay job. He's taking the top tower now with the dominated catapult. He's free farming. He's almost the same net worth as Pycat. He's having a very good game, and it's a good, okay Darkseer game. He can pop the Iron Shell onto Slark, actually contribute a lot. As I mentioned, it's an okay Slark game. It could be better, and the fact that Universe is I feel like they need to make Universe like the one, right? That sounds weird, but was that all worth it for him to rotate here for as long as he did and just not farm, miss out on experience as well? Did they get enough out of it? They've effectively got this tower. Zai has a completely shit game because of that. CCNC is having a bad game because of that rotation. But the heroes that matter, I feel like, is just Darkseer and Slark. And those heroes were not pressured. Because, like, easily, like, oh, okay. So Rubik could have pressured CCNC and done almost the same thing that Universe did. Maybe not dive a Death Prophet over to here and stop her from jungling, but did they care that CCNC is jungling? I think they're fine with him not being able to go mid, which Rubik can accomplish the same thing. So we'll see. We'll see. DJ is definitely a lot more farm because of that rotation from Universe, but Universe is a lot less farmed than he could be. And now that means one thing, right? It means that he provides less kill potential by himself. So he has to work with the team, which he's fine doing. But imagine a farm Night Stalker the Slark cannot show in the same lane. Like, Night Stalker can solo kill the Slark. That has to be scary, right? But that's not going to be the case. Well, they will get 2 kills there onto Zai and to 33. That's actually big kills. That's going to be the armlet reveal for Abed. And there's going to be some pressure in the mid lane, but not much is going to come of it. And this is just second night, right? Second night, they got 2 more minutes. This is them running face first at Fnatic 4v5 while Envy does his thing. Universe just casually strolls by, but the thing is, Slark is also doing his thing. OpTic is not forced into these engagements, right? So Slark is able to just push the bottom lane out. He has his Shadow Blade. DJ gonna steal Dark back. There's a DD rune for Abed, about to hit level 12. He's gonna have a Crystallis quite soon. Envy working his way towards Radiance. Not that close, but not that bad either. And you know, during night, like, this is where Pycat will have to play. Like, he has to farm here, like they dewarded, and he's just gonna farm the jungle camp. But he actually had a good 3 or 4 waves that he pushed out here, which is big. While they were killing the Clock and Darkseer over here. And you know, I talked about that being an okay kill for Fnatic. They shut down 33. It's progression. But bot time for Slark. Like 4 waves of farm for Slark. Is that worth 2 kills? 2 deaths? I would argue, yeah. Worth 2 deaths.
Top tower's getting beat down. Radiant's bottom tower ain't a pretty sight right now.
Now, Envy is farming top. Clockwork still not level 6. Level 15 minutes, level 5. Zai's gonna get some experience here, finally. Well, Abed, oh, X mark onto PPD. There's a torrent. Pilot die. Drops the tomb while they actually sniped CCNC in the back here. At the same time. This is the 4-man I was talking about, and OpTic do not want to fight into this. Not at all. Pycat can do some more dewarding. Oh, that's so unfortunate. The ward expires. And it's mid tower falling for Fnatic. DJ stacking up some ancients for Kunkka. And I mean, I think that Fnatic is completely happy. They're 100% happy in this game. I mean, the score is 10-1, right? But so far, like, everything has gone according to plan. So it's comparable to OpTic in game 1. So they put the pressure onto the Slark. Nightstalker goes top, gets his levels, then he rotates, puts pressure on the map, shuts down the supports on the side of OpTic and CCNC. So, you know, a Death Prophet with a bad game is a pretty bad hero. And now it is daytime. So OpTic is looking to make something happen, but I feel like this is forced. I feel like this is forced, but it can pay off amazingly for them. And we'll see what happens. It also can backfire. It just really goes down to this, how this fight plays out. And they're going to make it night again with the darkness. The tower is going to fall, but they catch out PPD quickly, and he's going to go down. The tombstone is dropped, but this is ideal scenario. The thing is, the big thing is here, the Kunkka did not manage to catch anyone, and so they'll only lose PPD, and they'll get the tower. Definitely worth it. And now Kunkka going to move over to farming this ancient stack. So we do it using the boat quite efficiently. Darkness was forced out as well, and in addition, these wars, I feel like, just allow them to make that play. Felt confident making that play. More stacks from DJ, and I mean, Fnatic is starting to get fat. I mean, their net worth advantage is rising quickly, but Envy about to get caught out by Pycat, but he always has the Savage Roar available. And I do not think Pycat has enough damage by himself for this kill. So he's just gonna scare him, back off. Zai has his level 7 now. He's definitely get some space for his own farm. You're gonna finish up an urn. This mid tower kill was huge. Abed though, I don't know how much free farm you can give to a Kunkka though. It's like you don't think about it, but you give this hero absolute free farm and ability to do what he wants, and all of a sudden you're gonna find yourself in a team fight getting one-shotted before you realize what happened to you, because they have the damage amp from the flesh golem. So if, for example, let me just do a hypothetical of a fight here. Pilot Eye runs in the fight, does Pilot Eye things, you know, face first into the fight, pops Flesh Golem, drops the Tombstone, and just stands right there in the middle of the fight. Slark goes on him. That is 20% damage amp. Right, that is a lot. Suddenly, Kunkka shows by, hits a creep, Slark one-shotted. What happens then? And I just gotta say, you probably lose if that happens. But we'll see if that actually plays out like that. It is daytime, so they're going to take the game slow, right? Sacred Relic completed for Envy. It's going to TP the bear back to base to finish the Radiance. He does have it now. Very, very quick Radiance timing on Envy. But Pycat, though, gonna catch him out. The hook shot, though, doesn't connect. It actually hits onto the Slark. They're going to drop the wall onto Envy, but the TPs are coming in. Envy gets piped by the Night Stalker. Oh, nice combo there from 33. Vacuum into stun. Doesn't matter, though. They're still going to lose 2. It's a double kill for Universe. Abed wasn't involved. Here's a Daedalus, by the way. That was a Daedalus Kunkka. And that was like the worst timing possible. And we're looking at the networks right now, and Slark significantly far behind. And as I mentioned, this is not a good Slark game. Not a good Slark game at all. And this is the 3rd night of the game. And I think that Fnatic can actually just win the game in this night, honestly. Honestly, I think they can win this game in this night. Because, once again, during the drafting phase, what does Fnatic have that is so good? They have a lineup that is incredibly hard to fight into during night. You have a Night Stalker, Kunkka, Undying, a Rubik as well, with good spells to steal, and a Lone Druid who's gonna take the structures. You see, this top tower is gonna die. The creep wave top. They're gonna move over, and they're just gonna take all the towers, and high ground, and Roshan during this night. And what can OpTic do? They can farm and split push. And look at Envy. Really good play here to move the bear bottom to stop this tower from even going down. He doesn't want this tower to go down for free, but he might just lose a bear, which is almost worse than losing a tower. And they're actually gonna lose the bear to Slark. That's not good. He does have a resummon, and they're probably gonna go into Roshan now. They do not have a medallion. The universe already has a pipe, so it's gonna mitigate a lot of damage from the Jakiro, which is what they want, as Jakiro is the primary form of spamming to defend. DJ also is incredibly farmed on this Rubik, so he's unkillable. Well, not unkillable, but he's very hard to kill. With Blink and Force, he's gonna be sealing spells, and he's gonna be casting on you. 33 is gonna go for a BKB build, interesting enough. I think he just wants frontline. Slark is also going similarly for a BKB after his Echo Saber. Looks like Zai gonna get caught out here. I'm not so sure what he's doing over here, but it's gonna die. And immediate smoke coming out from Fnatic. Abed going for the Blink Dagger next up. And OpTic is doing a good job of avoiding fights, but as I mentioned multiple times, I don't know if I'm going to say it one more time here, they do not want to fight into Fnatic. You guys may be saying, lol, OpTic 1 kill, what are they doing? It's because they do not want to fight. They cannot fight. They do not want to fight. They cannot fight. So they're not going to have any kills. Clearly. But also, that means that Fnatic is just going to have free reign to do whatever they want on the map. Which also means that they're eventually just going to take towers. Which they've taken all of them, pretty much, except for these two. I guess 2 towers left is too many. But that's going to be quickly solved. It's going to be daytime again. And I did say they're going to win the game off of this third night. And they're not going to win outright, right? They're not ending the game. GG's not being called, but they're putting themselves in a position where they're so far ahead that it could be just considered as a win. But of course, like, OpTic's not going to call it GG out of nowhere just because they're in a very bad and losing position. They're going to initiate here on the CC&C, but he does have a Yules now. Now, the big timing for OpTic here is the courier kill. This is bad for Slark, though. Oh. Oh! Oh! He baited him there. I'm not sure that was a bait, but they X-marked him back. He thought the torrent was going to come out, and he was going to Dark Pact it, then TP. And the boat was going to take too long, but no, he saved the torrent for the ulti TP, and now it's a big kill there, slowing down that BKB progress for Pycat, which he needs to fight. He needs this BKB to fight, and it's not enough. I did mention how if Fnatic throws, this is an okay Slark game, so it's not like OpTic is counted out. Like, it's not like no matter what Fnatic does, they can throw 10 million times, 3 times, 4 times, just get team wiped, and they can still win, right? That's not the case. If this Slark gets too much, it's still a possibility of winning. But it's still not pretty. Right? It's still not favorable. So I don't know why they picked this Slark. Like, in theory, if you look at like how he matches up with all these individual heroes, it's not bad. But if you look at how he matches up against all the heroes together, it's a pretty awful Slark game. Because these heroes aren't heroes that are ever going to split up so that I can pick them off. They're not heroes that he can pick off while they're together because they're too tanky. And they're also not heroes that he can fight into. So Pycat has one option, and that is to hit creeps and push lanes. It's another tier 2 to fall, and Fnatic playing it slow. No need to rush. They can wait for the AC. Like, Envy's free farming. Like, he's farming really good. Like, Envy's right now, he's like, no need to rush, boyos. No need to rush at all. I'm getting what I want. They're gonna initiate onto Universe, but I don't know if that's the call. He's incredibly tanky. He has a Crimson Guard and a pipe, and Envy's right next door, and they have a Tombstone as well as the damage jam coming out from the Undying. They standard the Macro Fire, and they're actually gonna lose Envy's Aegis, but everyone is dying. Look at Universe. They initiated on him? What? Initiated on him? Excuse me? 2,000 HP still. That's the power of the Crimson Guard and the Pipe of Insight and the Night Stalker. That's a 200 health, 15 strength talent. And Abed just shows up, the fight's over, and they're forced to buy back. No Macro Fire to defend here, and this is going to be a Rax. Undying didn't even die there as well because of the kills. He healed up. There's a buff to his ultimate recently where he gets more healing when he gets a hero kill. Or he's nearby a hero kill. That's going to be Rax going to Fnatic. And he thought game 1 was one-sided. Game 1 one-sided, 21-1. OpTic did not kill a single hero. They killed Envy's Aegis, and that is all. And they have an AC coming up. As for Abed's next item, it's going to be a second crit. And I just want to see someone one-shotted. And that was Darkseer BKB going into effect. Oh, they will initiate onto Abed. It's actually pretty bad. They have the Force Staff. They're going to use it. Force Staff. Somebody? Oh, they don't even care. They just man up. They don't care. They dropped the Tombstone. They man up. Everyone's full HP. They have the Crimson Guard. They have the Pipe. GG is going to be called. OpTic has had enough. That's going to be it. Stolen hook shot onto Zai. The zombies walking dead onto 33. Or stolen hook shot onto 33. Zai's dead. I mean, Zai was dead a long time ago. Zai was dead when he was level 2 at 10 minutes in the game. That's when you don't want to play the game anymore. You're 0, 8, and 0. Clockwork. Well, we saw OpTic's strategy game 1. That was their strat. Again, all the lanes went how they wanted to, and they had a very clear game plan, and I drew out that game plan, right? It was to get that Visage to level 6, run down the towers, and that is it. They don't have a real answer to Visage. They don't have real answers to Lesh. So Visage, Lesh is going to take the towers, going to take the map control, and from that point, they secured map control, and they can just farm to their heart's content. Same thing happened here with Fnatic. Universe farmed the safe lane, got his level 6, rotated out first night, gave Zai the worst game of his life. And 33 was able to come back a little bit, but who cares? DJ. So if it wasn't Fnatic, right? If it was other teams, they wouldn't let DJ just farm the safe lane like that. But they know it's DJ. You know it's DJ. Give him the safe lane. DJ got the safe lane. He got his items up. He got Blink, he got Force, he got level 6 early on with perfect spells to steal. I mean, this amazing spells to steal. Death Prophet ultimate potentially if that gets given away, but CCNC didn't. You know, Dual Breath, super annoying spell. Ice Path, Macro Fire, you can name it. So it's a perfect Rube game. It's a good Rube game. Now for Kunkka, with the pressure put onto CCNC, Abed had absolute free farm mid. Got a super fast armlet, and from there, like literally, OpTic could not fight. You cannot fight. You cannot pick anyone off. And at that point, it's pretty much GG. Like their only option was to kill creep waves, and wait, just wait for the push to come and see if they can defend. But they cannot defend because you simply cannot defend when you cannot fight. It's impossible. Crimson Guard, Pipe, Undying healing, damage and from Undying, the boat buff. Literally no one's gonna die, and literally no one died. They thought they got Universe, but it was just a prank, bro. Universe popped his Crimson Guard and Pipe, and they did not even come close to killing him. They killed Envy, but he had an Aegis. And he didn't even need to die. He literally just stood in the macro fire just for the hell of it. EE brings it back in game 2. And I guess we'll do the same thing we did. And break down the replay. But I pretty much broke it down there. We'll watch it. I'm gonna chill. Mineski fan here. What's happening? Nice prediction. GG. Oh, what's going on? I skipped through half the replay. What is this draft? I mean, I think OpTic's draft was fine until the Slark pick. The Slark just doesn't provide anything for them. Because again, in theory, it's an okay Slark game. In theory. I'm not even sure in theory. It's just, if it was just straight up to me, it's just a straight up awful Slark game, but I could see where they were coming from.
10 seconds to go.
Right, they're like, look at all these heroes. They're kind of tanky.
5 seconds.
We can get stacks off of them. They don't have the best catch. No, who am I kidding? It was just an awful Slark game. I don't know what PPD was thinking. It's freaking Slark against Kunkka Night Stalker. What do you expect's gonna happen?
Radiant's banned.
Anyway, look at the game here. We're just gonna chill. I'm gonna go. Just chill. I don't wanna. You know, the caster doesn't do the analyst. I already broke it down enough. I'm gonna chill. How are you guys today? You guys rooting for Fnatic or OpTic? I mean, I'm from NA, so in theory I should be an OpTic fan. But I just like EE. I don't necessarily want Fnatic to win. I just like EE.
Two masts on this friggin' team. Denied.
Because he provides entertaining games. Now, game 1 and game 2 were kind of one-sided, so. Yeah, I want to see OpTic pick techies. That's what I want. Come on, do it. You have. There's no chance of getting DPC points anymore to qualify for TI. That's out of the question. Come on, pick techies. PPD's brother is the techies master. He had to teach Zai something, right? Can you guys imagine? Chat. Can you imagine techies against EE? Techies against EE. That would be a legendary game. It might last for 2 hours. But this is the last game of the day. We got time to kill. The games have been fast today. VP stomped Pain. The first 2 games in this series were stomps. Come on, game 3, give us techies. PPD, do it, please. Like, you think Fnatic even realized techies is still in captain's mode? I don't think so. Fuck Abed. Actually, I just want to watch late game fights. This is boring.
Radiant's mid tower could use a hand.
Let's skip over a little bit. So we're waiting for game 2, guys. I don't know what we're doing here.
That's 4 in a row. How about Radiant's top tower's hurting.
That was a mid tower push. I don't know what Zai was doing here.
Seven in a row. Guess what's happening in the Dire's bottom tower? How about that?
EE can bring it back, I believe. Unless OpTic pick techies. Come on. You're gonna tell me that you don't want to see the Zai techies. I mean, I'm sure, like, after this clock game, he just wants to blow himself up, so... You know, there's an option for that now.
Radiant's mid tower's coming apart.
He can blow himself up, he can blow other people up. He can blow Eternal Envy up. I feel like EE is a player that's... Like, he's thinking so much that techies would just get into his head. And they can't even play the game.
You're a trusty maid. Man overboard.
Ripped Slark.
You're a trusty maid.
That should help.
You're a trusty maid.
Alright, the fight's about to happen. You guys ready for it? We're rewatching the replay, by the way. We're waiting for the next game.
Have fun trying to buff down radiant structures now.
It doesn't happen quite yet. Hold on.
Radiant's mid tower ain't doing so good.
Alright, let's watch it from Universe perspective. He gets Crimson Guard first. Did he TP back to base to get it? Yeah, they wait for the courier. What? What happened? How did that happen? How did he get his Crimson Guard? Wait, Crimson Guard's in base. Oh, they gave it to Lone Druid's Bear. That's next level.
You're a trusty mate.
Didn't the game start yet?
You're a trusty mate.
Radiant's middle tower being laid.
Nope. Lobby status. 10 out of 10. Soon. Starting soon, guys.
Radiant's mid-range ain't looking so hot.
Back so soon.
Radiant's mid-range is out of the picture. Radiant's mid-range is taking a licking. There goes the Radiant's mid-range.
By the way, you should play Night Stalker before he gets nerfed. I would have made a video on him, but IO is the most broken hero in this patch, so I made an IO video. I'm also an IO player. I should have made a Night Stalker video too. But if you're not already playing Night Stalker, you should.
Somebody's 4 in a row. 2 down. Someone's having technical difficulties. The Dire won this time.
That's a GG. GG. 10 out of 10 lobby. Alright, just gonna chill, I guess. When will game 3 start? Game 3 is starting very soon. It's 10 out of 10 lobby. Top 100 NA, guys. Support only player. Are you doing some vids about how the current meta works? Yeah, I was going to, but I thought the patch was coming Thursday. I would have made them because the thing about the new patch is if I don't make the videos early enough, they just become out of date when the next patch comes out. But if the next patch doesn't change too much, yeah, I'll make a video for sure. I usually tell when I read the patch notes, so. So I get lazy, I don't make a patch notes right away, and then I play Dota, and then that's why the way I make the videos is I can't afford to like do like crazy editing or something like that. So I just give information, right? While I go like do replay analysis because the patch is too fast. Like it's not worth time to like do all this crazy editing, make like a perfect video, and then everything you say is out of date like next week. It's not not really worth it there. It's a problem with Dota right now. If I can find a really efficient way to make like well-produced videos without spending too much time, because like YouTube doesn't pay enough. Because like if I was getting paid more, yeah, I would make well-produced content, but that's not how it works. Maybe a Game Leap or something, but even then. Anyway, Game 3 is started. This is Fnatic versus OpTic Gaming ESL 1 Birmingham 2018.
Radiant's ban.
One game away from top 2. Top 2. Would you guys expect Fnatic and OpTic to be in this position? I know a lot of people expected Liquid to be here, maybe even EG. But no, it's OpTic all the way from NA and Fnatic representing Southeast Asia. But of course, they got some NA players, Envy and Universe. They also got some EU players, but they do have Southeast Asian representation as well. So Leshrac first pick for OpTic. Won them game 1, and again it kept their draft ambiguous. Leshrac can be played by Zai, can be played by PPD even, can be played by CC. They can be put in like any role. And that's the advantage of this hero. And it's overall a solid support or core, depending on the lineups. Looking at Fnatic, they're banning out the broken heroes. No big surprise, except for Clockwork. I wouldn't consider Clock a broken hero, but I talked about this yesterday in my cast, but you guys are wondering why Clock is so popular right now, and he just wasn't popular for like just a bit of a while there. You guys remember there's like a lull where Clockwork was really popular when there's like everyone was playing Shadow Fiend, and all of a sudden no one was playing Clock anymore. That's because if you guys remember, the top mids at that time was Queen of Pain and Puck, and you wanted roamers that could actually threaten kill potential onto them, or just threaten kill potential onto them in general. And that's not Clockwork, right? You could always just orbs blink out of the cogs, and just overall it just wasn't the best time for Clock. But now with the core heroes and the heroes being picked right now, it's a Clock patch again, pretty much. And the cogs really annoying a lot of the melee heroes like Axe, and again with the heroes like Luna and Gyro being the top carries, it's easy pickings. And he's also really good at just dual laning. Like, he's a good dual lane partner. It allows you to block the wave now because you can't cut the wave anymore.
10 seconds to go.
But Fnatic feels so confident in their Kunkka, they're going to first pick it, along with DJ's Rubik. And he has good spells to get from Lesh. It also limits the potential hero pool of OpTic if they don't want to give away too much to this Rubik. Notice OpTic did ban out the Undying. This was a problem for them in the last game. Kind of let it through game 2, and maybe they regretted it a little bit. Undying, he's a sleeper. He's a sleeper pick. You know, EG tried to pick Undying against Fnatic, but because they got Wisp and they got Doom, Undying wasn't able to do too much. But those heroes are absolutely pretty imbalanced, right? I think Undying after next patch is going to be a top tier pick. Maybe not in like every pro game, but in pubs for sure. I think he's underrated. He's a pretty good hero. They did buff him because he was just nowhere to be picked in the meta, pretty much. But you know what you're doing. Like trust me, I have a video coming on Undying. I was an Undying specialist at some point, mostly because he had a funny dance taunt. And what's better than just styling on your opponents and then dancing on them? Just debate them with a decay play, and then you kill them with Soul Rip and just dance on their body. But we're not going to see Undying this game. Visage going to get banned out. It was banned out first phase in the last game, but I think that was them taking a little bit overboard. So if you guys wonder what happened in the last banning stage, Fnatic literally lost to Leshrac, Visage, and Gyro. And their first 3 bans in the last game were Leshrac, Visage, and Gyro. But they're taking a chill pill for this game. They're like, okay, gotta ban Io, gotta ban Lesh. Make sure they don't get that. And not Lesh, Night Stalker. They give them Lesh. But there's a Doom ban. I mentioned that's probably one of the best offlaners right now. It's because of his ability to just take complete control over the lane. And the reason why Doom wasn't so strong in the past was he was easy to zone. But in a dual lane meta, if you're going to dual lane against him, Doom eventually just gets experience. He just max Infernal Blade, just keeps clapping in the face with his fire sword, and you just cannot lane anymore. That's the name of the game when you're playing against Doombringer. I'm gonna ban here. Okay, Life Sealer ban. I did mention that was a potential pick for themselves in game 1, because they picked PL game 1, going all the way back. Picked PL game 1. It was not a good PL game. You know, ban out the Lifestealer again. I feel like they could have picked it up themselves. This is strange. And what do they have in mind? Are they going to pick Lone Druid again? It's not banned.
5 seconds.
For some reason, I feel a Lone Druid pick coming. Oh, Ogre Magi for Pilot Eye. And Fnatic, they like these unconventional 5s. They're these underrated 5s. Because you would ask someone who, like, including me, who's the top 5 right now? And I would say Bane. But Fnatic don't agree. They're like, screw Bane. I'm gonna pick Warlock. I'm gonna pick Undying. I'm gonna pick Ogre Magi. And I agree that those heroes are actually underrated 5s. Ogre Magi was in the meta for quite a while, and then it just wasn't anymore because of meta shift to like Shadow Fiend. Speaking of Bane, there it comes out for PPD. PPD definitely agrees that Bane is the best 5. He's like, why didn't you take Bane? Why Ogre? He's basically a ranged version of Bane. What is the benefit of Ogre? The benefit of Ogre is you got Bloodlust, and you know what that synergizes with? A Lone Druid. There you go. 4th pick, Lone Druid. Let me see it. Probably not 4th pick. They might wait till last, but again, it might get banned out. It also goes well with Morphling. 2 potential picks here for EE. That would be pretty solid. Morphling, Lone Druid. Morphling, really good with all these spells to steal. Like, he can turn into any of these heroes, and he's super annoying. Have you ever seen a Morphling become Axe? It's pretty annoying. Same thing with Leshrac. Got a bunch of good spells that he can use to his disposal. Along with Rubith also being able to steal spells. Fnatic is trying to show that OpTic, that they can play their heroes better than they can. It's probably going to be a Universe hero. And what better to pick than Beastmaster? Beastmaster, Abaddon. Beastmaster, Abaddon. Those two. It's one of those two. And what is it going to be? Potentially Brewmaster. Potentially Brewmaster. But in my opinion, it's Beastmaster or Abaddon for sure. Or Abaddon. It's probably I think that is the proper pronunciation. Abaddon.
Dyer's big.
Oh, I know. It's a hero that I didn't even mention, but it is a hero that they have played quite a bit now, and pretty much have brought into the meta themselves. And it's so strange. They had the last pick. There's no rush to pick Spectre here.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds.
Are they seeing something I don't see? And OpTic gonna respond with Lycan almost immediately. And you know that they're on a bit of a timer now against Spectre. Because they don't have scaling damage. Look at their lineup. They're not scaling damage. It's just flat numbers. Even Lesh. That's something you need against a Spectre. Otherwise, she just becomes super hard to kill. And along with like fighting into boat and a Spectre, that's a lot of chaos in a fight. And that makes it super difficult for Axe. And then one of the main reasons they pick Spectre here is just to give Axe a hard time. Having the Haunt to cancel the initiation from Axe makes it real easy for Fnatic to play the game. It's like, so what I mean there is like, for example, like before like Kunkka initiates, right? They have to be afraid of this Axe counter initiating with Call.
10 seconds to go.
But now with Spectre, they just Haunt. and Axe Blink is suddenly cancelled, and they can just kill whoever they want, whoever they catch. But now that means I think they're gonna pick an initiator for Universe as well. It was Morphling or, as I mentioned, the Lone Druid again. They could have just picked like a pusher again, Abaddon or Beastmaster. But now I think there's some benefit into picking a hero like Batrider. Batrider Ogre is a deadly lane. And I think if OpTic, they don't see this lane coming, I think they just lost. Honestly, I think if Batrider gets picked by Fnatic, OpTic lost. They need to ban it. They banned the Nature's Prophet instead. Okay, let's see if Fnatic sees it as well. Because the reason why they just lose if Fnatic gets the Batrider is because he wins against every core. Against Lycan, okay, Razor's something. This is fine with Bane, but he's most likely going mid, right, against Kunkka. But they will have to switch it up.
10 seconds to go.
What did I say?
Team's all set.
In my opinion, Fnatic just won with this pick. OpTic did not see it, and they just lost. They cannot lane it. It is Batrider, Ogre, Magi. They win every side lane. Their only option is to put the Razor in the Batrider lane and put Lycan mid against Kunkka, or Axe mid against Kunkka. Whatever, probably Lycan. You don't want Axe mid, but their option is to put Lycan mid against the Kunkka and let the Batrider be dealt with by the Razor, and it's still not a good matchup. Otherwise, this Batrider is just going to get out of control. The reason why I saw the Batrider pick coming was because they picked Spectre, which means that they need another initiator. Kunkka's not enough. And with the Spectre pick, it guarantees their initiation. It's not like a silencer, but it stops the one counter initiator, the Axe. So they just pick a good initiator for the laning stage. And what's the best one? It's Batrider. It destroys Lycan in lane, destroys Axe in lane, and they have an Ogre backing them up, or Rubik. Whatever one, but I do think he's going to go with the Ogre. Well, we'll see how the game plays out, but on the side of Fnatic, this is game 3 by the way, we have Batrider, played by Universe, Pile Die, taking the Ogre, Magi, Abed on the Kunkka once again, DJ on the Rubik as well, and Eternal Envy playing the Spectre. So what I think is going to happen is they're going to put... well, they're going to scout the lanes first, but ideally, I don't know what lane they want the Batrider in. And again, they don't care too much. They really don't care too much. Like, either Lycan or the Axe is just going to get destroyed. They don't care too much. But preferably, they shut down Axe. I don't know. Well, we'll see what happens. But, on the side of OpTic, we got Pycat on the Axe, Zai playing the Leshrac, which is actually a strong lane, which that's why I think the Bat is going to be sent down here. So the Spectre at least gets a little bit more, and then they use Bat to kill these two, or just fight against them. Because it's still not an outright one lane. If it's just Axe alone, it would be outright one lane, but because of these relatively strong supports on the side of OpTic, they can't hold their own. But if they misplay at all, like, the Bat is gonna just take over.
And away we go.
We'll see what happens. It's PPD, Bane Lesh, like strong support. They do a lot of damage. That's the thing. CC and C be taking the Razor to the mid lane, and they put 33 top on the Lycan. And what is Zai doing? Zai? Interesting. That's actually so good. He has the TP to the lane now. That's next level. Okay, so they're gonna tri-lane the bat to start off. And then Bane's gonna TP top. Now if they can kill him, this would be huge. And they could actually win this lane. But it doesn't look like it. They denied one of his creeps, so he didn't get level 2, which is annoying. Mid lane, this is a very bad matchup for Kunkka. I didn't talk about the Razor last pick because of emphasizing on bat, but this is a really good pick against Kunkka. And it's an okay pick for the game itself. But pretty much all it's going to do is force Rubik to help in the first wave a little bit. And, like, Razor's good against melee heroes, but against Kunkka, like, Kunkka, he's going to be annoyed for sure. But at least he can, I believe he can hold his own. And he is owning the Razor right now. That's only because of the Rubik helping him out. And they're actually going to put the Rubik bottom with Bat and leave Ogre top to go with Envy. And I think the reason behind that is because Rubik had to be the one to help mid, not Ogre. And so he was also going to be the one who rotates to this one. Otherwise they would have had it the other way around. Either way, should still be a free bat game. Or is that just kill? Yeah, it is. Oh no, the call stops them. They didn't have lift, so it's not a kill. Envy steals the creep wave. You have some shenanigans going in the top. With the enfeeble onto Envy though, is gonna have a rough time last hitting. Abed actually gets a haste rune. Is this a solo kill on CCNC? No, he's lost too much of his damage. CCNC, almost went down there, but he had the Fairy Fire. PPD getting forced back by Pilot Eye. Look at these heroes. Bane is literally a ranged Ogre. Look, they have the same damage almost. Ogre has a little bit more armor. Bottom lane, DJ gonna go for a pull. And I think this time Zai is dead. No axe to help him. Zap comes out. Oh, he's actually gonna live! The stun! Zai with the play, split earth. Saving his own life there.
Radiant's bottom tower ain't a pretty sight right now.
And Albert is holding his own against CCNC. Getting a little bit out-denied. But with boots, he actually was able to break the link relatively quick. He's only going to lose like 20 to 30 damage per link. Pilot Die cutting the creep wave again. Is this new meta? Some type of crazy new meta. I need to re-watch this replay and just watch this offlane, how they play it. Like, Fnatic is really good at just breaking the way. You play a dual lane and then allowing your carry to farm. They're really good at that. And Envy is farming against a Bane and a Lycan, which is saying a lot. Like, they're literally just cutting the wave, and then Ogre gets the experience from the next wave, and he's hard to kill because it's just Lycan Bane. And then Envy gets one wave to farm for free. So he's still missing one full wave, but it's better than, you know, if he was just laning normally, he probably wouldn't even get one full wave. So he'd rather miss one wave and then get one full wave than, you know, have to lane normally and probably miss like, you know, 25, like, only get like 25% of the CS. At least he's getting half. However, this is giving Lycan free farm. Relatively. I don't know about. And bottom lane, they're not owning Axe that hard. And they still haven't actually killed anyone down here, which is surprising. And actually DJ might go down. If he has the magic stick, he's gonna go and wand up, heal up, and they will get the kill finally onto Pycat. They want Xayah as well. Next level play. Oh, split earth from Xayah again. Saving his life, potentially? No, they have Fade Bolt. This is what I expected out from this lane. Pycat TP's back in. He wants Universe. Universe falling down low, but they got the lift. They have Shrine available. Universe, you will not tick down to the Battle Hunger, and they'll be fine. Now we're going to see the CS discrepancy in the mid lane with Abed falling a little bit behind CCNC now, but he's not that sad, honestly. Like, this is probably the best he could hope for. He's doing really well, honestly. Envy is going to get left alone top a little bit, which means his CS is going to be crap. They also place a high ground ward here. 33 already has the Helm of the Dom. He's going to force Envy back, trying to block him with the Wolves. Oh, kill over here. But Envy getting dove top. They have the Brain Sap. What, 2 points in Enfeeble? I don't know about that, PPD. There's a catapult hitting the tower as well. What is it? Why is it all the way over here? Oh, Envy's gonna get zoned out, and they're probably gonna take the tower. That's why I think I prefer the Lycan getting shut down. But the thing is, Axe getting his blink early is more annoying. Axe getting a farm early is more annoying than Lycan. Because what is Lycan gonna do? He's gonna push towers. Sure, he's gonna use his ulti to go for like some ganks. But then other than that, like, he can't just straight up push. That's just allowing Kunkka to have a free setup. Speaking of Kunkka, there's the boat X combo onto CCNC, and that's what happens when you walk up to a Kunkka. And Envy still trying to get levels top. Trying to avoid Enfeeble to the best of his ability, but it's gonna be hard. It loses 50 damage. CSing on hard mode. Universe gonna go for the drums build, so we can get some extra move speed and tankiness. He just wants to be able to run in. He has the move speed. He has Bloodlust. So get that drums, more move speed. He can just frontline, burn people down with the Firefly. Abed X marking TP back to base. We have Lycan rotating over here into the Radiant Shrine jungle. He does have level 6, but Spectre isn't really a kill for him. He's quite hard to kill with the Spectre Dagger and Dispersion. CCNC gets a nice regen rune. But you look, like, this mid lane is fairly even. We look at the net worth right now. See that Abed's actually ahead after that kill, and actually going to get the boat torrent again, and the Haunt coming in as well. Another kill onto CCNC, and at this point, your Razor just doesn't feel good. Like, he didn't win his, he didn't dominate his lane, and he's dying now. Pilot die. Just gonna be sitting in the bottom lane as Universe had to go regen, but he's back and he's ready to go. I'm gonna toss the Ignite onto Pycat. And Pycat's farm is okay. It's actually a little bit better than Universe. But in terms of potential, like, Batrider still has more potential to get kills or just be annoying in this game. It's just a really good battery game. That's why I called for it. So Universe is gonna get caught out here potentially. It is slow. He will go down. That's 33 using his ultimate there. Meanwhile, PPD dying top to Envy and DJ. It's gonna suck because Universe actually TV bottom, so that's the rotation coming out from 33. Takes out Universe, and they're gonna take the tower as well. And without the Haunt, and Kunkka wasn't prepared for that, they definitely could have tried to fight that, as Axe doesn't really have anything, but now he's going to have Blink Dagger after that kill. And get another tower. And the problem with the Batrider pick is, if you look at Fnatic, they cannot push. They cannot push at all. And that's why OpTic, they banned Nature's Prophet, because they're afraid of getting split pushed. Beastmaster was also a potential option, but I don't like Beastmaster. What's Peter doing? Why is he still top? Oh, PPD just dies again.
Them dire
It's kind of what he does.
nails for now.
Kind of like the pilot eye of OpTic.
Top tower's getting beat
But
down.
they're gonna actually take tower damage. This should not be happening.
Dire's top tower.
It will happen.
You know the
Drums completed, but oh, they were good. Gonna look to defend for sure. Link dagger on Pycat, and he's gonna look for this.
Dire's top tower's getting beat.
And Lycan TP's in to a boat, straight into a boat. Tower taking damage still from the catapult, and they're gonna disengage. Ooh. Uh-oh. Wolf scouting out Abed. He's in trouble. They're gonna hit him with the split earth. Necro units gonna do work, and Tower ends up dying to the catapult. Now Envy did TP to the bottom lane, but a gank headed his way. They have Fiend's Grip. Gonna sleep. What is the link? What the heck? I think he wanted to make sure that the passive didn't break the sleep. He wanted maximum damage from the link so they can push his tower afterwards. That's a really good rotation. And, ooh. Lycan rotation catches out Universe. And remember when I was saying what lane should the bat go in? I believe he should have went to Lycan's lane. I think they just did not expect how much Zai could do in that lane. Like, Zai did a lot to secure Axe his farm. And now that he has Blink Dagger, it's a little bit problematic now for Fnatic. How much problems? I would say, are they in trouble of losing the game? Not yet. We'll see. The CCNC is now farming. He's building up into drums. 33 is having an amazing Lycan game, which this could have been prevented, right? Like, Bat Rider is in his lane, this doesn't happen. And then there's a lane swap war because Lycan wants to avoid the Bat Rider at all cost. There's the Haunt. They catch out the Axe, and this is why they picked the Spectre. They can focus the Axe down. Pure damage. Isolate him in the fight, prevent his blink, and they will get 2 pickoffs here in the top lane. But CCNC, level 10, is already pushing far down in the bottom lane. Abed gonna TP back, but he was spotted by a ward. PPD has this jungle warded. And 33 is also in the area. Shapeshift up in 15 seconds. With a Necro 3 almost complete. But, I mean, honestly, Spectre is a pretty good hero against Lycan if he can just get to the late game. But OpTic, they don't want it to get to that point. That's why they picked the Razor. They're picking these tempo lane-winning heroes. Oh, DJ gets the lift into the call. Now the X mark from Abed. Torrent to follow up as well. PPD. Oh no, uh-oh. It was just a bait. CCNC comes in with a static link out to Abed, getting blocked by the Wolves. Abed's in trouble. Has the armlet. Can he toggle through it? He cannot. PPD with the super bait. And now they're going to take the tower easily with the 200 stolen damage as well. And Bat Rider doesn't feel like he has much of a game. They need to cancel the blink, but they cannot. Pycat already been able to blink away, but they're not stopping the push in the bottom lane. Summoning the Necro units. This is Necro 2, and Fortify is forced out. They're still looking to kill Pycat, but he has blink, and he's fine. Said they're gonna rotate over towards the mid lane, take this tier 2, and OpTic completely taking over the map. Kunkka X marks himself to go in and get the cleave off, but it's not gonna do much. They're gonna be able to sustain all this harass with the Helm of the Dawn. Axe just wanted to finish up his hood, and he's not needed for these engagements. Spectre is kind of caught up in farm, honestly, after a pretty rough early game where they had to pull up some weird maneuvers, cutting the creep waves to get NB any farm at all against a double level 2 Enfeeble Bane. But he'll have to leave the top lane now. But he can go bottom. I like to see them de-ward the jungle. Oh, just missed it. There's some stacks as well here for Batrider or Kunkka or somebody, Spectre. Oh, doesn't actually stack. Oh. Pilot Eye. Eating a Fiend's Grip to the face. He's gonna go down. Not so sure where he was headed. But it's gonna be a kill. Envy pushes in the bottom lane. And he's gonna go farm this. Oh no, the stack's already gone. Gonna go shrine up with Universe, who needs his Blink Dagger. They need this initiation. He went for drums first because he thought that they could kind of snowball with the Batrider, but it just didn't happen. Things went wrong when the Lycan rotated to the lane. That was a really good rotation from 33. Like, normally killing a Batrider in a safe lane doesn't really matter too much, but because Universe's job is to make space for this Spectre, he's done an okay job, but dying like that and then losing the tower is not the best, as they're gonna go into Abed here, and Abed's in a lot of trouble. He is gonna go down. They do commit a lot of resources for that kill, so I do not think they can continue to push, not against a Batrider. Another strength of Batrider this game is he's pretty good at tower defending, and when you have a Lycan who wants to push, you do not want to be pushing into Bat, where you can potentially get lassoed in. And nice lasso here onto the Axe, and that's worth it for sure, 100%. So OpTic uses all their resources, they get a kill onto Abed, but they don't get anything out of it, and they actually lose kills off the back of it because they couldn't retreat. With the Spectre Haunt coming in, along with Batrider. Now Blink is complete onto Universe. Radiance almost, or Relic almost complete for Envy, but Pilot Eye tanking the gank. Peter looking for a Fiend's Grip angle, but Envy's long gone. Abed gonna finish up his Chrysalis soon. They are pinging out 33 in the bottom lane, and 33 is going for a full-on early game or mid game just tempo build, right? Just going for the medallion instead of farming for a BKB or an AC or anything like that. He just wants more damage, more minus armor. Speaking of that, he's gonna go. Turns into a Lycan form. And wants to go to the Spectre, but again, I mentioned the Spectre is pretty good against Lycan. He's just juking his trees. However, he's stuck now. He's stuck. The dagger ended, and Envy's in a lot of trouble. He's just gonna get deleted. And over here, Bane does end up going down to Abed, but that's definitely not worth it. Did he buy his Relic beforehand? No. You know, on the top lane, Zai split pushing. Oh, Lasso was on a cooldown. Lift was on cooldown as well, but they did steal Fiend's Grip. What did he use it on? I were watching bottom, but apparently he used Fiend's Grip. And he got it stolen. That's not good. Get the D-ward as well here. Yeah, Kunkka with the Chrysalis now. Oh, I couldn't get the attack off. Pilot Eye is shoving at the top lane. He's just doing his duty. Spectre does have the Relic now. He's going to buy it. And once the Radiance comes out, this is going to change things. There's smoke coming out, and they probably just want to secure bounty runes, make sure that no one's Roshaning. I believe they're circling the bounty runes right now. They're like, make sure you pick these up. Pilot Eye just running top. I mean, he wants someone to go on him, because then they can go pick up these bottom bounty runes if someone goes on him. But he's not going to pick it up? What is going on? Pick up the bounties! God damn it. It's 100 gold. Alright, that was not the play there. The play there was for sure smoke here and then get these two. Don't care if you die. When we get 4 bounty runes, Spectre's gonna have Radiance. If they got the bottom bounty runes, she has 200 more gold. But they're gonna go for Roshan with the Medallion, as well as Diabolic Edict maxed out, by the way. It's gonna fall quick. There's a DD rune as well. And 33 is gonna go for the wolf form. What the heck? Highlight Eye. Oh, dodges the stun, but oh, the purge comes out and he's dead. They're pinging out the OpTic reward now. And honestly, OpTic's control over the map isn't the greatest. They're super farm, but like this wave is super far pushed out. And Kunkka's just gonna clear this wave. Spectre pushed that bottom. And again, they're pushing against a Bat Rider, which is not an easy thing to do. Like, Bat Rider is a very good matchup against Lycan, not only in the laning stage, but later on as well. You always lasso him, put him really far out of position, and without his ultimate, like, he's just dead. He has no answer, no escape. Speaking of universe, oh, they get the lasso initiation on to Zai. Now the Haunt's coming out with the Radiance, and they're just gonna go in. Like, the Lycan cannot fight, he doesn't have his ultimate for another 30 seconds. They're going to drop the boat, and CCNC actually just pops the BKB, mans up, but he already loses the Aegis. But I think they're gonna have to back. They don't want to fight into him. Oh no, Axe Call onto Pilot Eye, but it's only Pilot Eye. And they were gonna trade 2 for 1, but they did also take the Aegis, so in theory it was 2 for 2. But now the push is coming from OpTic. 33 has Wolf form again. It will force a buyback out of Abed, and he's gonna become a wolf, and they're probably just gonna run away with it. Which is not ideal, but Bat Rider looking for something, but no lasso. I mean, is that the best move there? Not necessarily. They don't want to lose the Aegis like that. But the thing is, we're gonna just have to follow Fnatic and see if they can avoid these pickoffs outside their base. Because if they can just fight as 5 heroes on their base, I think they can defend every time. But if they get picked off outside of their base, and then they get high ground siege by this Lycan, it's a big problem. PPD with the Invis rune, seeing if you can get a setup on someone, but it's just Envy pushing out the top lane, and they want to just continuously put pressure. They know that Haunt is on cooldown. Yeah, that's a big ability for Fnatic. Like, in the future, they gotta make sure their Haunt forces OpTic back and gets kills. So by the time that OpTic respawn, they can push out all the waves, and by the time that the waves are pushed back to their base, Haunt is up again. Like, they do not want to use Haunt, waste it, and then all of a sudden they're getting a high ground push without Haunt. And a nice play there, where they can just X-mark the Bat Rider, clear the way of the Firefly. See, Pilot Eye is playing super greedy. I think this is okay. Like, even if he dies there, it was worth it. They force rotations. They're buying time. It's a Spectre lineup. And all they need is buy time. They might be 9k behind, but they buy enough time. Now, the other problem for Fnatic right now is that Abed doesn't have buyback. And that could be very problematic if he dies. But they have a 4-staff now. Well, not yet, but very close to one. And they're looking for a smoke gank onto 33. They have a ward on him. Uh oh, 33's in trouble. There's a lasso coming out. The Haunt coming immediately in, and he's dead to rights. And they get the bounty runes as well. Envy gets an additional kill there on the Zai. No, Zai actually picked this one up, but he dies for it. And that's huge for Envy. It's level 17 now. And the faster he gets his level 18 Haunt with 120-second cooldown, the better. Pycat does have a pipe. He's gonna mitigate the damage from the Firefly and the Haunt.
Dire's mid tower won't last much longer.
Let's see if they reward this or not. Those are two major pickoffs, because with that, as I said before, if they can get that type of kill with Haunt, they can push the waves out, and that's gonna just buy time. Because even if OpTic want to push because there's no Haunt, they'll have to deal with the waves being pushed out. And I think they're gonna run it down mid, but that means that they're gonna lose a top tier 2 for free. Bottom wave is gonna get pushed super far out by Universe, and I still don't think they can push as long as Fnatic do not die outside of their base. I mean, 33 is already summoning his Necrobook. He has BKB. He's looking at a run it down mid, but Pilot Eye is pushing top, has a Bloodlust on the catapult. He's like, come back and kill me, please, please. Envy could even show top. He's like, well, Envy kind of cares a little bit more if he dies, but it looks like OpTic's decision is going to push mid in and then push top, as the tower was kind of low. But the mid wave's already pushed back out. They only have a little bit more time, and they're gonna actually kill the tower through backdoor. But now they can't push anymore. Pilot Eye, he just goes mid. He's like, come kill me, bruh. It's such a fun game when you literally can just run down lanes with the support, and even if you die, and he's not even dying because they know that it's not worth it to go back for him. He's just pushing the lanes out. Dream, the Ogre Dream. And oh, they're gonna hit the shrine now. But Lasso, initiation on Batrider, that is devastating. But the sleep from Bane saves Pycat, and Universe gets taken out. They didn't have Haunt, or didn't use it. Pilot Eye gonna get caught out as well, but again, the creep waves. DJ puts a ward behind the tower. They do have one creep wave mid. Oh, it's gonna get cut! The stolen wolves from DJ. They don't have creeps? No, they do. They have one wave mid. One wave mid. It's gonna get cleared now, but I think they can clear the racks in time. Fnatic is just gonna have to give the top racks away. An unfortunate initiation from Universe is going to result in them losing top rack, and now Envy standing under a ward, going to get spotted out, and he buys his Manta without buyback. He's just might die here. Uh-oh. He gets out just in time. And this was that ward setting up that fight right there. If this was dewarded, OpTic do not feel as confident. Oh, CC to C, pops his BKB. He had the Lincolns. And Universe. Messing up the initiation. But fine time for Spectre. They lose the top racks, but as a Spectre, you don't care. Like, that doesn't mean too much to Fnatic at all. They lose another set of racks. That might be a bit of a problem. But one racks for a Spectre, with a Spectre, no big deal. Pilot Eye, again, just shoving out the waves. And, oh, Envy, hiding in the trees. He's actually in trouble, but he haunts the CC and C. And haunt down for nothing. But it is level 3 haunt, so it's a lower cooldown. And they also get the mid tower, Pilot Eye, the ratting Ogre. And Batrider cut the bottom wave. This is the classic. This is the Fnatic Envy classic. This is the old Cloud9. This is the cut the waves, push the waves, split push, stall the game out. Now, does it guarantee that they win? No, but it's buying time for sure. Pilot Eye dies there, but he gets the bounty rune, so it's worth it. They get 2. And okay. Well, PBD's positioning. And oh, Whoa, oh, that's not good. 33 just finds a kill onto Universe in the mid lane. They lose Pilot, they lose DJ as well. They have buybacks though, and there's no more War Form. As you see, these heroes aren't bothering to buy back. There's no need to. Yet. They will probably have to, but not yet. They want to bait it in. There's also no haunt, by the way. That's triple catapult wave. And they're kind of locked down 33, but the blink call onto Envy. He's taking so much damage, he might go down here. He will. That's a disaster. He does have buyback, but he definitely does not want to use it. They're going to try to fight without him. They do kill 33 in return, and now they're going to go in. They look to get some more kills here, but Pycat, he's a little bit too tanky with the pipe. They can't finish him off. He's going to get away. Now Abed is in trouble with the urn as well as the battle hunger on him. The call from DJ, though, brings the Razor into the base, and now the Haunt comes out from the Spectre. This could be huge. She can jot some more illusions here. She's going to go for the Bane. And, oh, illusions will expire, so she can't go into Zai as well. And there was 33 there, so I don't know if you want to do that. And, oh, the call, the lasso, onto 33. His BKB is being wasted, and the buyback comes out from Pilot. What is going on? The Wolves are chasing down Universe. Is he going to die? No, he's going to survive. A lot of buybacks for out of Fnatic, and now OpTic have a straight-up win condition, but they also use buybacks. So, whoever wins the next fight will have a major advantage. Whereas OpTic, they win the next fight, they probably just win the game. Fnatic, they win the next fight. They're not going to outright win the game, but they'll probably just... They'll definitely be back, for sure. And now OpTic trying to go in for Roche, and they bring it down low, but they don't have the shapeshift up quite yet, so they do not want to fight. They're also missing CC and C. Now there's a BKB onto Pycat, which is going to be huge. And Roach is going to be low. I think controlling the vision game is insanely important for Fnatic. They need to buy a gem, but they don't have anyone who's willing to spend the gold quite yet. Looks like 33 going to head back into Roche. But they're not too sure about that. They have Haunt in 30 seconds. And they're playing against a Bat Rider Kunkka. They do not want to be caught in the Roche pit, for sure. So they're just going to leave a Wolf inside and just chill for now. PVD. Enfeeble Seal is damage talent, huh? Well, OpTic making a move. This is not good. They have full vision. This is not good. This is not good at all. Oh, they will blink away. They need to kill this ward. Please kill this ward. And they will get the ward. Universe gets a kill on it. Meanwhile, 33 back into Roshan. He's gonna finish it off, I believe. But no, the Haunt comes out right onto PPD. Pick up the illusions. Spectre. But no, Spectre gets stunned. A big stun from Zai. He will get forced back. A bunch of his damage got stolen as well. PPD will go down. No buyback on him. Pycat with the BKB though. Front lining. Abed goes down, but he does have buyback. Universe, however, does not. He's gonna get purged by the Razor, and he's dead without buyback. And now Axe picks up the illusion rune as well. Bottom tower gonna fall to the catapult, and both teams know how important this Aegis is, because again, a lot of cores are without buyback. DJ gets a crucial D ward. This is a big D ward actually. And now Envy gonna send his illusions in, and without the wolf form, again, they're not gonna feel confident going for this Aegis. They will kill the Axe illusion in the Roche pit. Now if they could get the Spectre illusion runes, like imagine, they might have been able to not turn this fight, but it would have been big. Oh, and DJ with the plays again! The blink, the call, the lift onto Zai. He steals the ultimate as well, but Abed getting caught out. He's dead without buyback for 80 seconds. DJ, can he carry this? Uh-oh. There's a wolf running at him, and he's already used his blink. He has the Force Staff to the low ground, though. Tries to turn into a wolf himself, but dies to the Necro units. And Pilot Eye died in the back here as well. And it's going to be Aegis and Cheese going to OpTic. No buybacks on anyone on the side of Fnatic. and they might have just lost this game. However, OpTic did use their buybacks as well onto Zai. But they're gonna have to give another. This is triple catapults. They might just get thrown here. Envy buying into Halberd. He just wants to stall. He needs to stall. He needs to defend without the Kunkka, without the supports, for a whole 30 seconds. I don't think you can do it against a Lycan. There's still the Necro units. They will expire now. Bane even has Enfeeble Steel's damage, but now the Haunt gonna come in. Envy knows that he has to just run in, but he's getting Fiend's Grip by PPD. He found the real one. He's getting focused down now by 3 heroes on the side of OpTic, and Pycat doesn't have mana for the dunk. He's actually not be able to get the kill. Envy gets away, but the racks are falling. What is the courier here? They just feed the courier in as well. It's gonna be Mega Creeps for sure. Axe goes down. They turn into a wolf, run away, and that's Mega Creeps claim for OpTic Gaming. And 33 even's considering going back in. And oh, Abe looking to just catch a straggler. He's gonna find 33, but he has the BKB. The X-Mark gonna do nothing. But the lasso potentially gonna come in. The TP is long though, as Kunkka just TP'd in. But they do break the Lincolns, and lasso is not up though. There's a DD rune, but CCNC is just gonna pick it up. But he has a cheese, back to full HP, but he's gonna go down. Damage output from Spectre is way too much, and can Fnatic win against Mega Creeps with their lineup? I mean, they do have a Spectre. They're fortifying. The catapults are wrecking Fnatic's base. It's gonna take a tier 4. Kill the shrines as well, and they need to get back to the base, but they TP'd out. They have to walk all the way back. The catapult's still alive. They might just throw them. This ogre can't kill the catapults. As soon as the shrine dies, oh no, this catapult dies, thankfully to the creeps. But some Mega Creeps, they're stunning the catapults. Kill it, kill the Cardi, but they're getting caught out. This is a disaster. Their throne might just die. You lose 2 supports. They can't afford to lose Envy. He does not have buyback for another 1 minute 40 seconds. The Fiend's Grip from PPD, and I gotta say I'm impressed with PPD's plays in this game. The Force Staff saves Envy for now, but not for long. The lightning comes out, and GG is called. Fnatic gonna get eliminated. It's gonna be OpTic Virtus Pro for the grand finals. I think this game all went down to giving 33 a free farm lane. They thought they could deal with the Lycan, but they were wrong. I mean, Envy had a great game. Can't even blame him on the Spectre. He had a rough lane for sure against Bane Lycan, but I think he could have done the same against Axe Lesh. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But I think they'd rather the Axe get a little bit of space. I think the big thing is they didn't want to give away their safe lane. That's the thing, right? Because if they put Envy bottom, they're going to give away their safe lane super early. It's just going to be inevitable. That was their whole idea. If the Bat is bottom, like, they should beat the Axe, which they didn't because of some 6 stuns from Zai. Only protecting himself, or protecting Pycat from dying, I think, at least on one occasion. And, you know, Bat didn't have the dream game that he'd hoped for. And additionally, they also were able to shut him down with a good rotation from 33. They managed to kill Universe, take the tower anyway in pretty quick succession after taking the top tower. At that point, Fnatic was losing map control. And at this point, PPD has 7 deaths. I would say he definitely set up some key plays for OpTic to win this game. He just dropped wards down aggressively in Fnatic's jungle, played around them with the Fiend's Grip, and that was enough. The fact that they forced all of Fnatic's buybacks out, took the racks in the way they did, just guaranteed their victory. And I think a lot of it started with some misinitiations from Universe. And again, I had mentioned that one haunt that was used by Envy to escape really costed them. As I mentioned before, like when they use haunt, it needs to net something. if he just haunts for nothing, if he haunts and they get away, is devastating. And you saw there, they pretty much lost the game off of that. He did not have haunt, and OpTic just went in. They killed 2 supports. They killed Abed, and all of a sudden it was left for Envy and Universe to defend the base by themselves, and they just simply couldn't. They lost the Mega Creeps from that point. The game was more or less over. So we're not going to see Fnatic in the grand finals up against VP. I still think VP is going to win this tournament. No sweat. I don't think OpTic can match them. But we'll see what happens. That's going to be tomorrow. That's going to be it for me today. Thanks for tuning in. This was Fnatic versus OpTic at ESL Birmingham. It was your caster, Hachi. If you guys like the cast, make sure you like down below or subscribe, as I'm also going to be casting tomorrow. I don't know if I'm casting the best of the 3rd place match. So Fnatic's not out, technically. They're still playing tomorrow. They're playing against Pain Gaming. So we're going to see Fnatic versus Pain tomorrow as a 3rd place decider match. And in the grand finals, it's going to be OpTic versus Virtus Pro. So I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace out, everyone. Hachi out.